Lovely jubbly, what's the story? How you all doing? Hope you're well. We're fucking flying farm. It's a Friday evening. Who has work tomorrow? Fuck off, you oh shit, I have work tomorrow. Sorry. Anyway, we're going to get fucking stuck into it. The Arsenal v Bournemouth game tomorrow. It's going to be fucking huge. Big, huge. It's going to be an asterisk. Is it an asterisk? Whatever you want to call it, over Mikel Arteta's name. There's a few guests I want to throw on board here because I'll tell you, there's a few of these people that want to get their fucking thoughts in, their fucking motivation speeches in, their fucking whatever it is in. But here, I'm just going to add as I fucking see. Static's coming in. Kyle Walsh is coming in. A new one on the channel, Dark Side. A big round of applause for this fucking legend and an absolute other legend in the Warren fella. What's the story? Static, since you're right beside me on my screen, how are you keeping, brother?
You're muted, bro. You're muted.
Hi, boys. Sorry. Technology. I'm good, boys. I'm good. It's great to see you, Del Boy. It's great to see you again.
Great. And thanks a million again. Like, you know, we had a good conversation the other night, and thanks a million for dropping in.
No worries, man.
Dark Side, I'm going to come to you last because I want to give you a big intro. First of all, I'll come to Warren. Warren's been doing a few videos here and there for me, adding them in backstage, and there's a few things I want to get in as we're talking. But mate, first of all, how are you keeping, brother?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. I'm good. I just threw in Bournemouth's league fixtures for this season. Seems like they haven't lost. They haven't lost a league game since they lost to us earlier in the season on the end of January, end of December, beginning of January.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know what's coming, and we'll come here. Do you know what we'll do? We'll throw that up first. I just want to introduce the other two boys.
No,
Kyle,
thanks. You know, I was there. That's all.
Yeah, thanks a million for dropping in again, Kyle. Hope you're happy. I hope you're well. I hope your country's doing well. Oh wait, it's not. It's fucking Ireland. And it's his internet, and he just have to drop it out as I said that. We're trying to stop us from talking. Anyway, Dark Side, I'll get straight into you, mate. Thanks a million for coming along. This gentleman here, first of all, I asked him to reach out. You were in the chat earlier on. Me last stream was 2 days ago, whatever. He says you'll DM me. He DM me straight away. Sent him the link. You're an absolute legend, and I love looking at your stuff. And by the way, your latest shorts video, I want to talk about that because I think when I was looking at that, I was just there, yes. I was just there, yes. Thank you, fucking mate, because that was absolutely spot on with Skelly and Winieri. But anyway, please introduce yourself and tell everyone your channel and stuff like that. And thanks a million for dropping in.
Yeah, so obviously, Dark Side Gunner on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, probably every social platform you can see. Kind of just started the channel like 8 months ago. It was during the summer transfer window I started it, and I was fuming because I was in Brighton with my friends, and I got the Fabrizio Romano tweet saying that Madueke to Arsenal, here we go, and I swear to God I lost my mind. I was like, listen, I remember the next day just sitting in my car just thinking, man, this is going to be another season of this Lego head terrorist fraud and his lack of talent ID. Madueke, so I remember saying to myself in my very first short, we're biting Chelsea's fourth choice winger that can't get into a Chelsea team that we finished 30 points above last season, and we're spending 52 million quid on him. This club is finished, bro. This club is finished. And then literally the short got about 300 views, and I was like, let me just start making content. And it just led to this. And then I just love Arsenal. Been an Arsenal fan 3+ decades now, and just doing my thing really.
Yeah, you're cooking, mate. Like you're flying on YouTube. Like I really do. Like you probably missed my whole me meltdown. Me fucking. I get a bit emotional sometimes about this club, to say the least. I just had to take a break, and I was just like, I was going insane in there, and I was just like, this club is driving me fucking mad. And then you see the AFTVs and these new fans, the new Arsenal. That's what my name for them, because they're calling us bottom gooners. I'm going to give you a new name, the new Arsenal, because you haven't a clue about fucking Arsenal Football Club, just so you know. That's the way I look at it, So they were driving me insane. I don't know if you've seen videos of me over fucking talking to the likes of AFTV, but I just say it out straight, say it from the fucking hip, and I don't give a bollocks. And I'll fucking call any of these cunts out as well. But anyway, look, before we get into it, Kyle, sorry, mate, you just got dropped out before you came in, and please drop out your channel, and thanks a million again for coming along. You're an absolute legend, mate.
No, big up there, boy. It's always great to jump on your show. It's great to have you back. And big up to the panel. Great 3 legends here beside us as well, Del Boy. And big up to the chat. And you get me on the Kyle Walsh Gunner channel. And I'm going to be doing a lot more content now that Del Boy is back. He's after giving me a kick up the arse a bit as well. Things have to be said, gentlemen. Things have to be said. So, look, we'll go into detail about us. I'm sitting in my car here, Del Boy. You know what the crack is here in this country with the rain and all that. So maybe every now and again I might have to put the phone to my ear to hear what's going on. But listen, I've about 37% battery on the phone, so hopefully I can get a good half an hour of it anyway, Del Boy. But listen, today is a sad fucking day for Arsenal fans, and I explain all when you come back around to me, Del Boy.
Yeah, no, we will indeed. I just wanted to go actually straight in, Dark Side. You're not taking a fucking break whatsoever, because I wanted, it's in me fresh in my head here. And when I looked up, like I was looking through your videos and stuff like that, and I was just there, yeah, I want this guy on my channel because he's fucking singing the same fucking songs straight off what I'm singing. And then I looked at your shorts and I was just there. I actually clapped. I went like seriously, I'm not fucking blowing smoke up your hole here. I don't do that. I don't lick anyone's arse. Yeah. But what you said there about Ranieri and Miles Lewis-Skelly, these boys, like, they came through the academy, next thing they go into the senior setup. Then you think about when you're a young youth player and you go into a senior level and you see, oh, there's this fella, there's that fella, he's on so much money, he's this, I want to inspire to be them, I'm going to drive on to be them, that's my aim now, I want to fucking, nothing but fucking shoot to the fucking moon, that's what I want. But these guys, when Yeri's gone off to Marseille, Lewis-Skelly can't buy a game, you know what I mean? He fucked him at right, was a right, left back, whatever, and just never gave him his position, where he came through the academy, came through the youth, everything like that, like the position he was in, fuck him in right back because we're in an emergency situation, because Mikel Arteta did not sort what I needed for me transfer windows, and I'll just fuck a youth player in. Like what he done to Sambi Lokonga, who was a great player, Bayern Munich's manager, fucking, what's his fucking name? Bleeding, it's gone out of my head. You know who I'm talking about. Yeah.
Vincent Kompany.
Yeah, Company just says this guy's unbelievable, great player. Bayern Munich went out and slapped Real Madrid in the Bernabeu the other week. I rate Vincent Kompany as a manager. He says that Sambi Lokonga is a quality player, and then what happened? Sambi Lokonga, he got fucked in at the deep end against Nottingham Forest in January when we had a crisis injury. And he fucked him in. He fucking destroyed his career, as far as I'm concerned. And what you were saying, Dark Side, what you just says, when Yeri had to go out on loan, he's the youngest whatever player in the fucking Premier League. Miles Lewis-Skelly bounced onto the scene, can't get a game. Absolutely spot on, mate. What do you have to add to that?
Well, you know what, Delboy, it kind of just goes, it's even deeper than that for me, because it's not just the Skelly and Ranieri. It's, if you're not one of Arteta's favourites, you know, like the Odegaards of the world, the Sakas of the world, and you're not, you know, as I've said before, that Odegaard is a reflection of Arteta's mindset and his cowardice, right? So he's the captain, and I don't get inspired by Odegaard's performances or his character at all. He doesn't like any players that have big egos or are arrogant or have individual brilliance. That's why he shipped off Aubameyang for free to Barcelona. And even Eze, when Eze made that mistake against Villa away, when he didn't mark Matty Cash at the back post, dropped, hooked, but Odegaard can drop stinker after stinker after stinker, and he still squeezes him into the starting 11. So it's not just the youth players that have been screwed over; it's the first team players as well. And I think that also goes in the fact that Eze, Gyökeres, these players, they were Berta signings. Madueke, Mascara, these are Arteta signings. So Arteta has his favourites. And this guy, let's be honest, he's a narcissist. He's a megalomaniac. His talent idea is terrible. He doesn't develop players in the attacking areas. There's not one single player that you can say to me that has improved under this manager that's in the midfield of the attack. The only players that have improved are the defenders. No one else has improved. So for me personally, I just think it goes down to who Arteta is as a person and who he is as a manager and as a coach. He is not good enough. He's never been good enough. He's not good enough, and he never will be good enough, no matter what anyone tries to convince me. Because, like I say on my channel all the time, the facts, the data, the statistics, the logic, common sense, and deductive reasoning skills tells me that this manager is a fucking fraud.
I was only saying this. I think it was probably one of my first videos back about Max Dowman. You know what I mean? Like he's. I feel he's going to ruin him as well. Like I really do feel he's going to fucking destroy this young fella. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like you're nodding your head there. Like, you've heard what Darkside have to say. You know my opinion on it because we know each other. Like, what is your opinion on these young players? Skelly, Winieri, Max Dowman, Sambi Lakonga. Like, what's your opinion on it?
They basically just have no future at Arsenal Football Club. Let's be honest. I know there's a lot of people out there that say, "Oh no, that's not true. It's not true." No. Unfortunately, the facts don't lie. Arteta just doesn't trust the youth, especially from our academy, Hale End. I mean, they just don't have a future because he's just not giving them a chance. You know, he won't let them express themselves, and you see what happened. You saw what happened with Ethan. Like, I remember. I think some people in the live chat might remember this. When we played against Slavia Prague away and Nwaneri was starting the game and he played, I remember Arteta was screaming at him, I think, for not listening to his instructions. So, like, whether it was defending or not doing this, doing that. And since then, since that Slavia Prague game away in the Champions League, I've barely seen him since then. Of course, now he's at Marseille. So that just shows me that proves to me that it doesn't matter how many young players we'll have on the bench in the academy. Arteta he's just never going to play them, and he's just never going to give them regular playing time, no matter what.
Yeah, it's fucking shocking. Warren, do you want to add anything to that, mate?
Well, all I'd really like to say is, like, back in the day when I first supported the club, started supporting the club in the early 70s, there was always a tradition of the club bringing through talent from the youth team. Liam Brady, David O'Leary, Frank Stapleton, the list goes on, right? Carried on with George as well. That team that won the league in 89, most of it come from the youth team. In fact, they won countless amounts of trophies as when they were playing together in the youth team. Now, what seems to happen is he disrespects the youngsters that he brings in. The kid who was brought in when he was about 2 or something to play for the first team. I mean, I'm sorry, I want that investigated because I think it's child abuse. Right, it's illegal in the UK to employ people under the age of 16. That kid was brought into the first team when he was below the age of 16. Right, I just don't understand him. I mean, I don't understand how that can be allowed because there is such a thing as employment law. But yet again, football seems to ride roughshod over it. I don't understand it. I mean, maybe it's just I'm thick or something, but I don't get it. And he treats people like shit. He's got no respect. The only thing I disagree with Darkside is that he's improved the defenders. I don't think he has. William Saliba improved and got to the level he is because the club he went to out in France. The whole team, not one of them, in my opinion, Thank you, Static. Not one of them, I think, has improved. Any of them. I just can't see it. And tactically, he's inept. There's all this nonsense about fullbacks going into midfield and leaving huge swathes of the pitch unstaffed. What's that all about? And that was, I think, last season we went to Fulham and they were exploiting us down the left flank because there was no one there. And I just find it staggering, mate. The whole thing with this manager and all the bullshit that surrounds him. I'm sorry about the language, Delphi, but I'm really angry.
It'll get worse, trust me.
It's all the stuff that surrounds him. It's all just absolute nonsense. He's got way, way, way too much power. Like, no one dares stand up to him. Do you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of Adolf Hitler and the Third Reich in Nazi Germany. It's just fucking insane the amount of power that man has got. No one dare oppose him. It's just unbelievable. I can't bear it. And that is why I started calling the club Arteta FC. Because I couldn't believe that a club that I grew up supporting from the age of fucking 5 years old could behave in this way. But yeah, like the whole club has just completely changed out of all recognition to what I grew up supporting, and it's not the same club anymore as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I completely agree, man.
Yeah, and I'll introduce Jez now in a minute, but Kyle, you've been sitting there, and for Jez, you're just after joining. We're just talking about Ethan Wanyeri and Lewis Skelly, Max Down, and probably the next one, I says Sambi Lakonga earlier on, what this manager does to the youth players coming through. But Del, Saka. Saka was a different story because, Saka's, is he going to be one of the favourites to win the World Cup? Don't shoot me, whatever. I'm just saying England have a good team. You know what I mean? And here, Jez, I seen your stream the other day about what you think of England. But here, look, we won't go there. But he is a good player. He's talented. He's whatever you want to call him. He's one of these special players. One every so often comes along. But for the likes of Wanyeri, Skelly, Sambi Lakonga, Max Dowman, I'm not saying Max Dowman's going to go on that avenue, but Kyle, what does this manager do to the youth that come up? You know what I mean? We should be Smith Rowe is another player. He's doing good at Fulham. He's a Premier League player. You know what I mean? To play in the Premier League, you have to be half decent, but he couldn't.
Yeah, no, that boy. I think Arteta has his favourites. He has his little mates, and unfortunately, you have to do what Arteta wants you to do. And I think the youths have their own little way of thinking, and I suppose not doing what he wants them to do. And if you don't do what he wants you to do, he get rid of you. And Max Stoneman is coming in, and everyone's rating him and they're saying he's a superstar. Personally speaking, I think it's a sad story for Arsenal Football Club to have a 16-year-old schoolboy who is probably our best forward player, attacking player at the club after £1.2 billion spent by this Arteta. That's everything you need to know. Lewis Skelly not being played in his right position. So his future and his career is going downhill. He'll be soon sick and tired of all that and be looking to go to a different club. Maybe Arteta will get rid of him anyway. So I don't trust this Arteta with any of the youths. You talk about Saka. From me, Saka's gone backwards big time. He's so predictable. And to give him a contract worth £300,000 a week. For what? What has he achieved at Arsenal Football Club? So no, Lucas, this Arteta, I'm just annoyed today because you're talking about the youths. And like I said at the beginning, he has his favourites. And all you have to do is look at the news today about Odegaard. He's on about giving him a new contract. He's coming into the last 2 years of his contract, and he's on about giving Odegaard a new contract. A man that's 28 years of age, He has scored 1 goal in the last 27 games in all competitions that he's played in. He's the worst captain that this club has ever produced. He will be taken off as a sub in every game he plays in. And they're on about giving him a new contract. The club is on about giving Arteta a new contract. And he's won 1 FA Cup in 6.5 years of £1.2 billion spent. We've just fucked up 2 cups in the last 2 weeks. We were talking about quadruples 2 weeks ago. Now we're here talking about the league and the Champions League. They're not winning the Champions League.
No chance.
And they'll be fucking lucky if they beat Bournemouth tomorrow, which I think we're going to struggle big time tomorrow. And if we do, it could be saying goodbye to the league title as well.
Yeah.
So the club is in an awful state. The youths should be number 1 priority because the youth, young blood going through the club, especially if you're talented players. And let me tell you, Skelly is a talented player. Downman is a talented player. No doubt about that. And Waneri should be still at the club. Eze, for me, this is just my opinion. Eze playing number 10, hit and miss. He can be good one day, bad for 5 games after. Odegaard playing the number 10, useless. Waneri should be playing number 10. Not out in Marseille. He should be at Arsenal Football Club. But that's Arteta for you. He's way or nowhere.
And just this comment here, like spot on. I said this in the like a few streams ago. Like, you know what I mean? Like when Saka and Smith Rowe were bouncing, they saved his job. They saved Arteta's job. And then what did Smith Rowe get treated with? Get the fuck out the door. You probably, he probably told Arteta to fuck off, probably at a training session or something like that. And then, no, you're out. You have to be good to me. I'm the dictator here. You're getting the fuck out. Jez, thanks a million for dropping in. I hope you're doing well. Just, do you have anything to say just before we get on to the Bournemouth game and stuff like that, about the youth players that come up through the academy, what happens to them? Smith Rowe, Ethan Waneri, Skelly, Sambi Lokonga. What's your take on that? Like, what Arteta coaches them? What's the story?
Well, first of all, it's good to see you back, and it's good to be on the panel of these absolute real ones in here. It's good to see Static, Dark Side, of course, and Warren, top man, what a guy, and and the volcano himself. But look, if I was the parents of Max Dowman, right, I'd be saying, let's get him out. Let's move him somewhere else. That'll be another one that is wasted. He'll be coached out of his natural talent. And that boy has got a massive, massive ability and future at the right club with the right manager. Right? Somebody that can coach him through, give him the encouragement, give him what he needs, put his arm around his shoulder when he needs it. I don't believe that of Arteta. Arteta is a narcissistic prick, right? He's ruined. How many players has he actually improved in this team? Gabriel, maybe that one, right? But he's binned off just about every youth player. Yeah, and where he's now in Marseille, scoring goals, when we could have done with him at Arsenal right now. And he binned him off. And why? Why can he not actually see the ability of what we are producing through the academy? Why is it that Per Mertesacker is pissed off? Probably frustrated because this manager doesn't realise the talent that is coming through. And Mertesacker's probably thinking, well, I'm bringing these players in and I'm bringing them forward, and he just bin them. Reece Nelson, Smith Rowe, Saka, ruined, right? And yet he persisted with a scrub of a player, right? Nketiah, absolute waste of time. Gives him the 14 shirt. couldn't score a goal for something like 14 and 14 games. And I'm like thinking, what do you see that I don't, and what you gentlemen see? Can we all see the same shit, right? I don't know. There must be something that Arteta sees that I don't understand. I really don't, because why would you not understand what the ability of these players have got? And these players have helped him. And as you said, Smith Rowe probably told him to F off. And said, nah, not play. No, we'll do what you want to do. And it's not just the junior players, right? He's done it with senior players. He's done it with the guy that won him the FA Cup, Aubameyang. His only trophy. Aubameyang won that game. Right? And what did he do to him? He was gone within the next 2 seasons. Because obviously they fell out. Because Aubameyang said, I don't want to play out the left wing. I'm a striker. What are you doing to me? And yet he persists to do the same shit each week. And right now, before you want to get into talk about Bournemouth, we're hanging on by our nails, right? League Cup final, absolutely embarrassed. Worst cup final I've ever been to in my life. Never seen such a poor display. West Ham was a bad one, but at least they give it a go. Right, but that was a shocking shambles. Southampton, FA Cup, threw it in the bin again. And I've seen people saying, he did that because we got bigger fish to fry in the European Cup. The Champions League. We only got through that by the skin of our bloody teeth. You know, so it wasn't a great display at Sporting, was it? You know, it's absolutely shit show. And I'll tell you what, you're going to go round the panel and talk about tomorrow. And I'm doing a show later about it, match preview. But it's going to be a tough ask tomorrow with the injuries. I see Ezra's back. He ain't fit. He's been out and now he's coming straight back in. Anyway, I'll leave it there.
Yeah, no, spot on. Before I get into this, I just have to remove. So, Brian, I'll just remove you because you know what this is about. If I can fucking do it. Hold on. You know,
hey, look at that,
please.
Nope. So that clip from last night is flying around, right? The second time Rice passes it to him, he's literally signalling, turn into space. He gets it back again. The third time, he literally fires it into Odegaard. The pass is telling him, turn, and Odegaard still goes back to him. And there's another clip going around as well, right? Odegaard picks the ball up here, and if you zoom out, you see everything that he's seeing. He's got space to move into, you've got Trossard out wide here, you've got players out to the right of him, and yet he takes a couple of extra touches on the ball, he slows it down, and eventually he turns around and passes it all the way back to the halfway line. And people are getting frustrated with this, right? People see these clips, they get frustrated, they feel like he is taking everything way too slowly, it's way too safe. And then at the same time, you'll see a stat like this come out. Martin Odegaard successfully passed or dribbled into the opposition's penalty area 6 times from open play versus Sporting, a record for any player in a single Champions League match this season. And you're trying to marry up what you're seeing with what is being produced in the statistics, and maybe it doesn't make sense. And I do think at the same time, you know, Odegaard is a very safe, controlled player. He does keep control when we have the ball, and I think that is valuable. But at the same time, people want more from him, and they want more risk. But then he does it. For example, against Southampton, he plays that back heel into Dalman that doesn't work out. Maybe that was an unnecessary risk, but he's trying something risky, and then people go crazy that he's done that. So it's a difficult thing to balance. Obviously, ultimately, people just want him to be more risk-taking and better, I guess, that end product to be better, which people feel like they get more of from Eze, I think. Is that true? Yeah, certainly when it comes to shooting, undoubtedly, and Ezra's played some wonderful balls through this season as well. I'm honestly stumped at the moment as to the Odegaard situation. Like, it's a weird one, and I don't even know where I sit anymore.
For me, with Odegaard, like, he's my captain, okay? Now, it was probably hard to make out the clips there, what he was doing. But Declan Rice, like, he's basically, I'd say, 3 yards away from Declan Rice. Declan Rice passed him the ball. Declan Rice expecting him to turn and go forward. He hits it straight back to Declan Rice. 2 midfielders, pressing midfielders, are coming in on top of Declan Rice. Declan Rice passes it back, turn and go, mate. And he passes it back to Declan Rice. And Declan Rice then is straight under pressure. So what I'm saying, and the reason why I wanted to put this video in, is because his statistics are his completed passes are fucking okay, under pressure. Straight away, he got... Yeah, he basically got 3 or 4 completed passes. Odegaard did. So, like, this is my captain. Should you not be fucking driving forward, going forward, and not putting your other midfielder under pressure? Is what I'm saying. Do you know what I mean? Like, Darkside, I'm interested to hear your opinion on this, because if you look on a piece of paper with Odegaard, okay, and his statistics for the season, his completed passes, his assists, his, I don't know, fucking man of the matches, his whatever, like, compared to actually looking at the football games and fuck the statistics sheet out the window and actually just look with your eyes and see what you think. You know what I mean? Like, this guy is the lead on to lift the trophy. For me, he's a yes man for Arteta. He was the biggest yes man. That's my opinion. What's your opinion on Odegaard?
I mean, if you watched any of my content, I mean, I'm really not Odegaard's biggest fan. I can't stand Odegaard. I call him the Beyblade. I call him Martin No Shoulder Guard, Martin Safeguard, Martin Never Show Up Guard. Because this guy is just a direct reflection of the manager's mindset. He's a complete liability and a complete coward. And I'm not one of these Twitter warriors that like talk about XG and completed passes. I look at what the fuck I see with my eyes. This guy is not it, man. He's not been it since 22-23. And you know, people will say about, you know, but Eze is inconsistent. Yeah, Eze is inconsistent, but the difference is that Eze has moments of individual brilliance that can get us over the line in tight games, whereas Odegaard is like a Rory Talks Football said, he's going to pass it all the way back to the halfway line and not take a risk. Like, I remember when we played Forest away and we drew, and it was like literally, I think it was the 91st minute, and this guy's playing 1-2s with Saliba on the halfway line. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? We're in a title race and you're dicking around. What are you doing? And this is supposed to be the captain of Arsenal Football Club. This is supposed to be the person that, for me, a captain is a lot of things, but the number one thing I look for in a captain is when the team isn't playing well, give me the fucking ball and I'll win the game by my fucking self. But do I see that in Odegaard? Absolutely not, mate. Absolutely not. I don't see that. Like I've said before, I haven't seen a player like that can just pick up the ball when the team's playing badly since Alexis Sanchez, man. Like of that like ilk and that level. So for me, I just think Odegaard is just exactly what you see. Just a nice, safe, bang average player that's getting paid way too much money and shouldn't be the captain of my fucking football club. End of.
Fact.
Static? Yeah.
Facts. Dark side facts, bro. I mean, I've said this for years now. Odegaard is not a 10. He's a number 8. He plays like a number 8 anyway. Eze's L, number 10. So, but even as a captain, you should still give that extra 10, 20%, even when the team is not got the legs and they can't do anything. And when they're, pardon me for saying static. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, like for me, the most important, like as a manager, when you come to a club, I think the most important decision you make straight away, first thing you make is a captain. That's you on the pitch. Okay. Now, if I came to Arsenal in the morning, I'd be looking around the dressing room, by looking the way they act and stuff like this. I can't see Odegaard doing a Tony Adams, grabbing someone by the fucking scruff and saying, we're playing Spurs today, we don't fucking lose. It's as simple as that. I think if Odegaard, if I come into the dressing room and he done that to me, I'd have him upside down in the fucking ice cold bath, just going, you don't fucking touch me, you cunt, because I'll fucking burst you. That's what I'd say. That's me personally. That's the way I rock and roll. Okay? So how could he be my leader? How could he be my captain on the pitch when he can't tell me what to do? So can you picture him telling Gabriel Magalhaes, I'll just go one of the toughest players on the Arsenal team, even though I don't think he's that tough. He's a bit tough. He's not tough enough. But can you imagine Odegaard saying to him, you're not doing your job, you're not doing this, you're not doing that? I think he's going to just give him a wedgie and just go, get the fuck away from him. That's my opinion. You know what I mean? I'd go to, if I had to play an All-Ireland 11, I'd have this fella in me back row. It's well, even though he did play up front, I'd have Kyle Walsh up there, but he'd give me a run for me money for me captain's armband. But what's your opinion on it, Kyle?
Yeah, no, Odegaard for me is an absolute disgrace. He's a disgrace. He's not a captain. Never was a captain. Never will be a captain. And when I hear players, I think David Ray was giving an interview the other day, and he was saying how great of a captain he is around the club. Like, what is he? What kind of captain is he? You know what I mean? It's so frustrating because we grew up watching great captains and leaders of this club. And he's definitely not one of them. What does he? For me, he slows the whole game down when he's on the pitch. He goes up like he's going deep. They collect the ball. 10, 15 touches with the ball, and then he passes it sideways. This says he's creative. I haven't seen anything creative from Odegaard for the last 2 years. I've just told you, he's after playing 27 games, started 27 games in all competitions this season. 1 goal. And he's supposed to be the creative player of the team, of the squad. He's on £250,000 a week. He's 28 years old. They're on about giving him a new contract. I think he's everything that's wrong with Arsenal Football Club. He's a disgrace, and I think that he's Arteta's boyfriend or something, because there's something going on between him and Arteta. There's definitely something going on, because the 6 of us sitting here at this panel can blatantly see that Odegaard is not fit for Arsenal Football Club. He's not good enough. And if we're relying on him now to go out tomorrow, roll up the sleeves, and win that game single-handedly, you better think again. And that's what captains should do. So, I'm just frustrated. I'm so fucking frustrated and annoyed. Because I honestly thought this season we were going to lift up silverware. And I honestly think that we're not winning anything this season, including the Premier League. People might laugh at that, but I genuinely mean that. So I don't want to see Odegaard here. I don't want to see Arteta here. I'm at me saying this. I want 60% of this squad gone out of here by the summer. I'm fucking sick looking at the same dog shit week in, week out. Sick of it.
Jez, just like, I think I know your opinion on it. But if you come in manager in the morning, how do you take the captain's armband off him?
Quite easy. Just walk up to him and say you're shit, and I'll give you Declan Rice is now the captain. That's it.
That's fair.
Look. It's a hard game, football, and you take hard knocks in all shape or form in football. And this guy is a scrub. He's the worst captain I've ever seen at Arsenal Football Club.
Yep.
He takes no responsibility. He's a coward. He just will not give that thrusting sort of attacking mentality. It proved it in that video. Declan Rice was passing the ball. He passed it back. He had room behind him. And Declan Rice was going, go. Go.
Yeah.
Right? Now that's a captain telling you, directing you to say, look, go. Right? And then he ends up passing it all the way back to the halfway line. This guy is a scrub. He's useless. And you can see why he never made it at Real Madrid. 2 or 3 appearances, bit part appearances at Madrid. And they just turned around and said, nah, you ain't good enough for us. And we went and spunked 60 million quid in him. Right? I mean, and then give him a massive wage. Why? And then you got this arsewipe manager. Yeah? In Arteta. The worst manager I've ever seen at Arsenal, by the way, to throw that one in. Yeah?
Wow.
Who wants to extend his contract. Why? What's he done? He's done nothing. What has he won at Arsenal Football Club as a captain? Now, I'm sorry, right? In any day job, if you're the leader of the ship and you're not doing your job, you're gone. You're demoted. Or, worse being, you're sacked because you're not fulfilling the ambition of what you should be doing. And so, yeah, if I was manager tomorrow morning, I'd walk in there and I'd say, come and have a chat with me, Odegaard. I need to have a chat with you. You're no longer the captain. See ya. Right. You can sit on the bench because I don't rate you. And Declan Rice is now our captain. And I'll tell you what, if that happened, which it won't, is the fact that there'll be a totally different direction in that team. It'd be a more attacking style of play. The players, I think, would play with more fluidity. And Arsenal will be a different team. Because every time, I forget who said it. Somebody said it here tonight. Every time Odegaard starts, it's slow, and slower.
Yeah.
There's no open play. It's just the mid. Come on, let's be honest. The other day against Southampton, man. That midfield, sorry, not Southampton, I beg your pardon, against Sporting Lisbon. I said before the game, with that midfield, with him in it, I said, well, yeah, there's the, yeah. Just walk straight through us all. Just walk through. This guy brings nothing to the party, right? He's one of the, I'll tell you what, he's one of these people, if you had a house party, and he said you got to bring drink. He's the one who'll bring a bottle of water and drink your fucking whiskey. You know what I mean? That's the sort of fella he is. Right? That's the sort of guy that guy is. Anyway, I'll leave it on that one.
Anyway, the other people that will bring fucking water will be the people in the fucking chat because of only 20 bleeding likes. Come on, you bleeding shams. Bring Moët, bring vodka, bring fucking juice vodka. Let's bring it to the party. Warren, what's your take on Odegaard? And then we'll change the subject and we go into the Bournemouth game and stuff like that. But what's your take on? And you've seen the video that I've seen of him pass, and all this bollocks. What's your take on him, mate?
The old boy Warren, sorry to interrupt, boys. Sorry, boys. I think Shane's backstage.
Yeah, I can see him there. I can only have 6 on at a time, so I will. Let me see.
My phone will go dead now any second, Dale, so I can drop him on down.
Yeah, grand. Yeah, if Shane can wait about 2 or 3 minutes, I'll get him straight in. Looking forward to having a chat with him. But yeah, come here. Actually, Kyle, give us your score prediction for tomorrow before I get into Warren, just in case you drop off real quick.
I don't fancy us to win. I think we could possibly lose tomorrow. 2-1 Bournemouth.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay. That's a statement. Jesus. And you're giving us this fucking statement and you have about 2% to go, you bollocks. Get in and charge your fucking phone.
I think tomorrow's going to be a real dodgy game. I've bad feeling for the last couple of weeks over this game. And with the injuries, players are playing that's injured. Players are being rushed back. The pressure is on. And I think I see we're crumbling. I can see us crumbling. And I just would not be surprised. I just won't be surprised if we fuck up tomorrow. I honestly feel that. I hope I'm wrong. Of course, I hope I'm wrong. But I'm just in fucking bad form, dead boy. They're really after getting in on me fucking head here, man. And if they blow the league this season, I'm going to fucking crack. I'm tense. Tomorrow's massive. Tomorrow's a massive game.
Yeah, it is, and like what I will be doing is I'll be doing a reaction myself to it. Like, you know, I might do a live stream as well, because I'll be watching the boxing as well and the bar. So, like, you know, what I'll do is I'll do a call-in show. I'll send everyone the stream. I'll put it in the comments, and if you want to jump on, please do. Like, you know what I mean? Warren, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to be disrespecting you. Obviously, I had to just jump to Kyle there before he goes. But,
yeah, boy, I jump off there. I jump off there, and let Shane jump in, because, as I said, there's only about 3% battery here. So let Shane jump in.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, fair play,
all
mate.
right.
I'll chat to you in a bit. I'll give you a buzz or something.
Give me a shout later. Big up to you,
Kyle.
Big up to you all.
Kyle, please do subscribe to Kyle. Fucking absolute legend. Fair play,
Big up,
mate.
lads.
All the best.
Big up.
Warren, as I was saying just before I add Shane-O in there, what's your take on Odegaard? I don't mean to disrespect you. And Shane-O, welcome along to the channel.
Shane.
Come here. Can I just say this to you, Shane-O, and I know you'll understand. You big bollocks, it's about time we've had a chat.
It's been too long, man. It's been too long.
Sorry, Warren. Let's go to Warren first, Shane-O, before I get you in. We were just talking about Odegaard. What's your stance on this, Warren?
I'm glad you finally come to me, you big bollocks. So my take on Odegaard is, right, first of all, he's not a captain. Right? Secondly, he's not good enough to play for Arsenal. He's not good enough to play for Arsenal reserves. He's not good enough to play for Arsenal youth team. So I just want him gone. The other thing is, like, he's supposed to be playing as a number 10 in that team, isn't he? Right? And people banging on about, oh, he's a safe pair of hands, like that fella was in the video. It's a safe pair of hands, he's steady. Well, I'm sorry, but his job is to go and create chances for the striker to put in the back of the net. It's not there to be steady and safe. That's part of the problem. Do you know what I mean? Like, yes, okay, I don't want him to be fucking reckless and whatnot, but his job is to create chances. That's his number one job. Now and again, chip in with a goal. But no, mate, I can't stand the fella. I know this is a bit wild and out there. I think the only reason that he's in the team is because he looks good in the merchandise and he sells merch, and that is it. End of story.
Do you know what? At any other club, that would sound absolutely insane. But at this PR weird flipping club, that sounds spot on, mate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? It's just a fucking joke, because, like, I think it could have been actually Kyle who said this the other day, or Warren. It could have been you on the stream I done the other day, and absolutely spot on. And you're not the only people that says this, but does your captain get substituted? Has Tony Adams ever got substituted? Has Fabregas ever got substituted? Like, this guy is like, I'm looking at this at the telly. Get him off. Get him fucking off the field, because he's not doing fucking anything for me here. He's not fucking winning a ball. He's in midfield. He's not putting the tackle in. We're losing 1-0 or we're drawing 1-1 that we need to fucking win the game. And he's not pulling cunts together going, come on to fuck. Like, seriously. Like, I'm getting a bit fucking emotional now, because I know the importance of the game tomorrow. We lose the game, we're not winning the league. That's my opinion. That is my fucking opinion. And I'm starting with my captain, because I always say this. My captain is the leader. He's the person I want on the field that's going to fucking, if it's not going well, I need him to kick someone in the bollocks going, get your fucking act together. It's as simple as fucking that. That's what I fucking look at. This captain.
Do you remember a few games ago
Look, this is him. Before he goes in for the tackle, fix me hair. Now I'll go for the tackle. Get the fuck out of town. Sorry, go ahead.
Do you remember a few games ago? I think it was just before Christmas. Somebody will remember it. There was a game had finished. Camera focused on Declan Rice, and you could read what he was saying. Same fucking shit every week.
Yep. That was
after the Forest game,
Yeah.
And I reckon he was addressing that at Odegaard, because what he did the other night, backwards. It was ping pong between Rice and Odegaard.
Sorry, Jez, I don't mean to cut across you, but exactly the clip that I showed you there was Declan Rice going to Odegaard, pass on, and Odegaard pass it back. And then he passed it back to him. Get fucking move, go forward. And he passed it back. Yeah, exactly.
There's nobody on here.
Do you think there's a rift in there between Rice and Odegaard?
Definitely.
Is that what you think?
Yeah.
100%.
I reckon Rice thinks he's an absolute twat.
Yep.
Right. And I would not be. I have no proof of it. Of course, I don't. But as Shano just said, after that game, when the TV camera focused on him, he went same fucking shit every week. Right? I don't think they're the best of mates. And at the end of the day, I think Declan Rice probably thinks, what am I doing here? What the fuck did I join in with this twat? Anyway,
loser mentality, like, you know what I mean? It's like Shano, and look, mate, thanks a million for coming on my channel. And look, I love the shit you're doing, and we have to collab and fucking whatever. Like, if you want to come on here, or I want yours, whatever the fuck you want. But you're coming on Del Boy's channel, and you're going to have to. It's defensive. We're up against the ropes here straight away. We need you to get us out of the fucking corner here. What the fuck is our captain doing? And I'm going to leave you there. That's an uppercut coming your way, mate.
No, first off, thanks for having me on, and big up to Warren as well. I think it's the first time I've been on with Warren. Warren's a legend, so it's a privilege as well. And the rest of the boys I've been on with, and I know them very well. But look, this guy, I mean, you've covered it all quite well, but for me, he's just a representation of everything that's wrong with the club. Everything that's wrong with it. This PR machine, everything about it is it's wrapped up in the way he plays and the way he represents himself. And the horrible thing is that a little bit of the shame for me of us winning the league, if we win it, I don't think we will, by the way, but if we do, is him getting to lift it and everybody saying, look, our captain and all that. He's done absolutely nothing towards this. And if he had been fit all season, we wouldn't be where we are, because he would have been forced into the team, and Eze wouldn't have got the games he got. And it had same with Havertz. He would have been starting ahead of Gyökeres, and we'd be right back where we are. And it's only taken, like this manager, man, he just lands on his feet all the time. And now with Odegaard, he's not only shit, his mind's gone, so he's a coward. He doesn't want the ball. I put up a pass map of the game against Sporting, one ball into the box. He played one ball into the box, and it was from a free kick. Everything else was in his own half. This club have a pass completion bonus for him every week. I think it's 80 to 100 grand if he gets over 90-something% pass completion. So he just drops into the six and plays simple passes.
Yeah.
And every time he drops into the six, Zubimendi and Royce are going, well, where do I go then? So they're having to go forward when they don't need to go forward. And the reason he doesn't want the ball in the final third is because he'll get pressed and he'll lose it. And that is the opposite of what you want from someone like that. You want someone like Morgan Rogers has it, where he'll try and beat players, and if he loses it, and he loses it a second time, he wants the ball more the next time because he wants to do it right. Where this guy is adding up numbers, just like his manager. Just like his manager, who came out after the Bruges game when Madueke pinged one in from 30 yards, and he needs to do 10 successful actions, and he needs to do this, and he needs to do... I put money that he bollocked Madueke after that. Don't be shooting from there. Even though it went in, he'd still bollock him, because that's the type of manager he is. It's all about playing the safe pass. And it's just like Arteta was as a player, a safe player. He was coming out recently about Gyökeres saying, scoring the winner for your country and leading your country to the World Cup is great in your veins. What do you know, mate? You never got a cap. You never got a cap for your country. You know what I mean? What do you know about it? You tried to declare for England. What do you know? How can you speak about that? You don't have a right to speak about that. And this is the same thing. Like, I saw someone sent me a clip today of, and I put it on this morning, of Odegaard in training telling a young lad, when you receive the ball, make sure you have it, you scan the pitch beforehand. Everything that he's not doing in the clip about him. So for me, Odegaard, I never liked him. Me and Jez were discussing it the other night on my show and the boys, that even in the 22-23 season that everyone refers to, he was very good, but that's it. He wasn't De Bruyne standards. He wasn't Lampard standards. He wasn't anything like that. He was just very good. He wasn't brilliant. He wasn't fantastic. He definitely wasn't world class. And that's his best season. Since then, he's been on the downturn. And add in now that he's injury prone because he's been broken up so many times by this manager. He's been breaking down game after game. Game after game, he's been breaking down. He's become like Ben White, like Tomiyasu, like Zinchenko, like Jesus, like Havertz, like all of these players that this manager has physically ruined. And they'll probably give him a pay rise in the summer because that's what our club does. And you think that sounds insane, but we've seen it time and time again. We reward failure. We reward mediocrity. These guys are all on massive bonuses. They've never done anything. None of these players have won anything with Arsenal. Not any of them. Saka wasn't in the team for the FA Cup. You see what I mean? So the Martinelli, I suppose you could say, but the rest of them in an Arsenal shirt have won nothing. And we have, for the first time in our history, passed Man United out for a wage budget. And we've won absolutely nothing. Right? So Odegaard for me is just a reflection of everything that's wrong with this club. The PR direction they've taken, which was the reason they hired Arteta, is because he's for someone that acts so narcissistic and stuff like that, he's a yes man as well. You know what I mean? He's a yes man to people above him because he'll do whatever they say. And I'll finish on this. I remember hearing something from Noel Gallagher before. He was saying that a guitar band hasn't been in the top 10 of the English charts for 10 years or something like that. They don't want rock bands anymore. These record labels want pop stars who will do whatever they're told, you know, go to that press conference, go to that, do that photo shoot, wear that dress, get back in the van. And that's what this guy is. Odegaard is just that. Do whatever I tell you. You be a good boy. You tell me who. I promise you that when if they have a group chat and Wanyeri's going, this fucking manager, that Odegaard straight back to Arteta, oh, he was saying this about you. I guarantee you that's what he's doing. We all had those guys in school. He's a coward.
Definitely snitch in school, no doubt about
I'm telling you, he was when the teacher left the room, they said, Martin, you come up the front here and you take notes of who's messing and you tell me who's messing. So for me, he's everything that's wrong with the club. And you know what? If he was a half-decent player, I'd have a bit of leeway for him. But not only is he a coward, he's shit as well. And he was never that guy. I mean, he was never that guy. So for me, get rid of him. But how will we? No one's going to pay money for that guy.
Well, but just going on to the PR sort of stunt thing and all this bollocks, like, you know what I mean? It's the way things are in the world now. All this bullshit. When like Jez, I think I said it to you when I was at the Emirates one of the days, and I was in the Toddington pub, and I met 3 of the Arsenal PR team. And there was 2 girls and 1 bloke with his nails painted. So that'll just tell you, you know, do you know what I mean? Like their opinion of me, and like, let's say they're not going to tell me, oh, Del, I think you need to tone it down there on Arteta and Odegaard and this and that. No, ask me bollocks. Come outside and we'll have a fucking chat. You know what I mean? But look, we could go on about the leadership, everything like that. You know, at the end of the day, Arteta has spent £1 billion on transfers. And like I said in the video that I done earlier, last week or something like that, I says, we've spent £1 billion and we're relying on a 16-year-old little boy. Like, I'm sick of the patronising of, like, let's say Liverpool fans, for example. And the only reason why I'm picking Liverpool fans is because Slot comes in, he wins the league in the 4th year he's there. He has a wobble, and they're calling for his head. And I keep saying, would you take Arteta? You know, but I want to reverse that back to this panel here and the people in the chat. Would you take Slot? That's my question.
No.
Go dark side. You're after coughing up there. Go on, swing in there, mate.
No. Listen, I'm sorry, man, but I don't.
Hold on. Before you go there, I'm not saying I want them. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean. So let's go for it.
I don't want that bald fraud anywhere near Arsenal Football Club. For me, my preferences are Flick, Enrique, or Don Carlo. If it ain't any of those 3, or even potentially Zidane, Anyone else can piss off, bro. I didn't even take Arsene Wenger before that bald fraud, bro. I swear. I'm sick of taking players, managers with other clubs' dirty stink on it, man. I don't want no more Chelsea players. I don't want Liverpool's manager. I want the creme de la creme, the je ne sais quoi. I want proper things, man. I've had enough, man.
That's toxic.
Del boy, did you know?
Yeah, go for it, Warren.
Don Diego's contract's end up at the end of the season, and there's talks that he's not going to renew it. He's going to be available.
Simeone.
Oh.
Yeah, would you take him?
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck me. Would I take him? I'd fucking give him a piggyback ride from fucking Madrid all the way to London. Absolutely no problem at all. Fuck me. I'd put him in a wheelbarrow. No nights over. Long haulage all the way. Through ports and everything. I'll be on rubber dinghies and all putting them there through. We'll go through customs Del Boy's way. Absolutely no fucking bother. Jesus Christ. The man's a fucking legend. Like, seriously.
Can you imagine him with that fucking board and the cronkies?
Yeah, an Odegaard.
Yeah.
Yeah, an Odegaard.
Don't forget the new training regime with the ballpoint fucking pen.
Oh, don't even.
Pens.
Good old pens.
That's a master stroke, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh
FA.
my God.
Apparently so. Yeah, apparently so.
I'd
Great
say,
idea, Arteta.
I've got to bounce, boys.
yeah, no,
Take off,
thanks
Jez.
a million, Jez.
Always
Thank
a
you,
pleasure.
Jez, man. Here, Jez, just shout out your channel and what you've coming up before you jump off there, mate.
Yeah, it's Jez's Arsenal. I'm doing a show tonight, match previews, call-in show. It won't be a long show tonight, but yeah, doing a preview show for the Arsenal Bournemouth game tomorrow afternoon, which I think is going to be a tricky one. And my prediction on that, I'll tell you what I said last night on Shane. I've gone 1-1. My heart tells me, my heart, which is always wrong, tells me 2-1, but my head's telling me 1-1. So we'll see about that one. But gentlemen, it's been a pleasure as always.
Cheers, mate. Take care. All the best. Chat to you
boys.
soon.
Cheers,
Look after
Jez.
yourself.
Big up, Jez.
And just like that, I want to get up the last few Bournemouth games. I hope you can see that. Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, is this not coming in to kick us right into the ball bag? They haven't won in so many games, stuff like that. Like, they're going to build it up the way it is. Does anyone here not fear Bournemouth? Because I think this manager is a better manager than Arteta. That's my opinion. And this game, it's 12:30 tomorrow. It's going to be on television. Are Arsenal going to be under pressure? Warren, what's your thoughts on this?
Well, the thing is, at the beginning of the season, I predicted that they would be in relegation trouble because there was talk about at that time. There was talk about Simeone, whatever his name is, leaving, and he has.
Semenyo.
Yeah, and like midway through the season, there you can see that they struggled.
Mm-hmm.
But that being said, it's 12:30. It is at home. But Arsenal just come off the back of a tricky game away in Portugal. I don't know when they came back. So I don't think they would have had much time to do any training. So I'm a bit surprised that Arsenal are having to play 12:30 tomorrow. I don't get that. But I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw if we're lucky. Just because as well, Bournemouth haven't won since 10th of February, so that's quite a while. But I think it's going to be a tricky match, and I think they're going to give us problems. And I agree with you, Del, that the manager is better than Arteta. But mind you, that being said, I think probably 91 other clubs in English League football have got a better manager than Arteta. So, but like go what you said about Simeone, I'd take him all day long, and the other one would be the Italian guy that was at Spurs. I'd take him as well, and Don Carlo. I want someone who's a proven winner, has got a track record of winning trophies, and has got balls, and he's going to stand up to this board, and he's going to stand up to this owners, because it needs to happen. Because they're the main reason that this is all happening. Because no one is holding this manager to account. And he's got way, way too much power. They have allowed this situation to rise where this guy has got all this power and he's not being held to account. I'm sorry, it's a recipe for disaster because he's incompetent. But there you go.
It's for me, like the last time, like when was the last time they played us and they beat us and they beat us comfortably? Like, you know what I mean? And
last season, it was
season at home. Last season.
That's right.
They beat us both games last season.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they had the double overs last season.
Yeah,
first time ever. And their first ever home defeat as well. In the history.
But see, we have been told that like Arteta is the best manager ever, and we here haven't a fucking clue. Like, but then a guy that's in Bournemouth who are shit, and I'm not saying that. I think they're a fucking quality team. They don't have money, by the way. What does their stadium hold? Like, do you know what I mean?
20K,
12. Yeah.
So can you imagine their net spend against our net spend? The difference in it. What's the guy Kerkez that signed for Liverpool?
They lost 3 of their back 4 in the summer. 3 of their back 4.
Exactly. And they're still saying. So can we flip this there? Put Arteta in Bournemouth, and we'll take Ariola. And what would happen there?
They go down.
Do you think? That's it straight away. What I think. 100% they'd be relegated. Absolutely 100%.
Oh, sorry. Just so you know, by the way, the stadium capacity is 11,000. Just so you know.
11,000. Jesus Christ.
Bro, Darkside. I literally just checked as well, bro. Respect, man.
Yeah, I thought it was fake news, man.
Yeah, no. Do you know what? I was going to say? I was going to say I was at Shells last week, and they were holding 6,000, and I was there thinking, I don't think Bournemouth is far off this, like, you know, give it 5,000. But I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? But the revenue that they have, we spent $1 billion. Darkside, since you're fucking a wizard there on fucking YouTube, how much is your man or on Google? How much is your man spent on his team? You know what I mean? I can guarantee you, I don't think it'll be over 100 million. It'll be there or thereabouts on his team. You know what I mean?
It'll be half of what he's made anyway. It'll be half of what he sold.
Yeah.
He'll have made a massive profit.
Yeah.
And the only big signing that Bournemouth have made is Elvin Nilsson. I think they paid 55 for Evan Nilsson. I think.
Yeah, that was a big signing. But they got 60 for Solanke that same summer, so they still made a profit.
Yeah,
absolutely. But look, it's coming on. He's after beating us twice in the last 2 league games we played them. For me, I'm shitting it tomorrow. I really am shitting it because it's a game. I always say to myself, we're live on television. We're going to be the laughing stock, right? Arsenal, throw them onto the slab there, onto the butcher's board. What are we going to do? Are we like what way are we going to slice these up? You know what I mean? So it's a piss take for anyone who's not an Arsenal fan. Arsenal draw tomorrow. I think we're fucked. That's me being personal. I think we are fucked because I seen a Man City last week, the week before. Yeah, they're doing Pep style, like, you know what I mean. They come after the whole January break, the international break, all this sort of crap, and they just drive on and they win every game that they have. They win every game that they have. They're going to win the league, in my opinion. I think Bournemouth is a seriously tough game. I really fucking do. But Dell, we're at home. Relax. North London forever. Okay, yeah. I guarantee you, if they go 1-up, we won't win the game. You know what I mean? Shane, what's your take on it?
Yeah, look, Bournemouth always have something for us. They always have something for us. Even the game earlier in the season when we beat them away from home and Rice played, well, officially injured, not the injury they've been hiding, and he had to get 2 goals. They then made it 3-2 with 10 minutes left, and it looked really, really wobbly. They beat us twice last season. The 22-23 season, they went 2-0 up and took that Reece Nelson goal to win it, where people thought, oh, yeah, we're going to win the league now. That was actually the start of the downfall when we really started to have to keep trying to rescue games because Arteta couldn't figure it out. But I'm with Warren. Like that, when you talk about a better manager, you know, at this point, I'd almost take anyone. Like I'm at that point now where I would take anyone if they're competent. Like I always say that, you know, I'm the same. I want a manager that's a winner, and I want a manager that doesn't like press conferences, because if you read any autobiographies of managers, most of the top ones say it was the worst part of the job was press conference. Arteta looks forward to them. He loves them. He absolutely loves them. The idea of 7 or 8 microphones in front of him, everybody facing him, and all those sycophants, we know who they are, in there laughing and joking at all the shit he says. And I just want a manager that doesn't want to do that. But Bournemouth, I said this after the cup final when we lost to City. The first thing I said was, you wait and see if we go 1-0 down at the Emirates against Bournemouth, the way the mood will switch. That stadium is going to get very, very, very nervy. And that goes for if we go in 0-0 at halftime as well, because we're at the point now where we were last season. For the second half of last season, we had the 20-minute burst in us, and that's it, because all the players are 50% or injured or shattered. And it's all down to the manager. He flogs the same players over and over again. So if we don't take them in the first 20 minutes and score 2 goals, I've a bad feeling that it'll go the other way, because we can look at the Bournemouth thing and say they haven't won since whatever it was, 28th of February or whatever date it was, but they haven't played for 28 days, so that's kind of misleading in a way, and they've been drawn a lot. And a draw for me is almost as bad as a loss at this point. This has always been our downfall with this manager's losses. He's so obsessed with not losing, so he can say, "Oh, we have this unbeaten run or that unbeaten run at home," but it leads to absolutely nothing. It leads to nothing. And like Ferguson, Wenger, all these guys would say, if you're 1-0 down or drawn going into injury time, just throw on every striker you have and go for it. You know what I mean? They're going to have to react by putting defenders on anyway. You're going to pin them back regardless. But we've got a coward of a manager, which is why we draw all the time. But I look at Bournemouth, and if Ben White starts, we're in big, big trouble. Timber hasn't trained, and then if he starts, it could be the same, because we're bringing him in after several weeks out without training. I'd play Mosquera, but that could also lead to it, because if you watch, and me and Kenny Ken, big up to Kenny Ken, we're discussing it, with Ben White playing now that he can't keep up anymore because his legs have been ruined by this guy. Saliba's constantly getting dragged out to help him. Every time you watch him now, Saliba's well out of position. And Bournemouth will target that left-hand side and then overload the middle. And it's so easy for them just to flick balls through. And if they do score, it'll come from that, because Gabriel will be left on his own. Calafiori will go wandering. If he's fit, he didn't train either. Another one, which means then Lewis Skelly, we know what he's like defensively. He's not a left back, regardless of what this manager says. So I have a bad feeling as well. Like, again, I'm with Jez. My heart is trying to push it 2-1. But I can't shake the feeling that something will go wrong now. I get that feeling with every Arsenal game now, because of the way this guy plays, the way he sets up. We don't hammer anybody, really. It's very rare. We've had moments this season, all while Odegaard wasn't playing, by the way, the 5 best games we played. But if we go into that game and go 1-0 down, you will see a very, very different stadium. And someone saying that Nkapie was training today. I mean, I thought he was out till the end of the season. This manager is a fucking lunatic, by the way. He just, there's something wrong. He needs to be investigated. This is, you know, I mean, it's beyond a joke at this point. But I mean, it's funny.
He's getting desperate.
But this is like this is people's careers he's messing with. And if Nkapie is back in training, he tore something. It wasn't a strain. He tore something. What's he doing back in training? That's just his Calafiori's injured now. Like, this guy's a lunatic and he needs to be held accountable. But we shall see. We shall see what happens. But I'm praying for a win, because I'm with you, Del. I think if we anything but a win, and we will throw it away from there on out, because this is where we wobble every single time. I thought it would happen earlier this season. But for me, it's happening now, and it's been happening for a while. We haven't been good for a long time. We've been scraping by, and if Bournemouth take the lead, we'd be lucky to get a draw. But if we don't take the lead early, we're done.
Yeah, absolutely, because I think I'm just trying to think off the top of my head here. The last, we'll just say 5, 6, 7 Premier League winners. At this stage of the season, they've always gone on that run and just destroy teams. And then you always knew, like, Sky Sports will just go, oh, it's a title race and this and that. No. Even when Man United Remember that game that they played Man City, and it was like, whoever wins this will win the league. Man City were already fucking destroying everyone all the way up, and Vincent Kompany got the header. It wasn't the goal against Chelsea that people are thinking. Vincent Kompany got the header. It was a 1-0 game. Bang, bosh, and they went on and destroyed everything. Are Arsenal like that? We are like a dog that got kicked up the fucking hole for having a shite in the kitchen. You know what I mean? That's the way Arsenal are. You kick him up the hole, get the fuck out to the back garden, you little bollocks, and I'll come in when I'm fucking ready for you. You know what I mean? That's the way Arsenal are. And Man City, Pep is after kicking us up the hole and just going, yeah, do you know what? And that's why the Carabao Cup for me was that moment. Who's the dog and who was the foot? You know what I mean? And we've certainly found out that we were the fucking dog and we got the fucking foot right up the fucking arsehole. You know what I mean? So now we're at the back door of the house and we're just tugging on the window. Please, Mr. Owner, can I get in? I'm good. I'm this, I'm that. You know what I mean? Nah, we're going to fucking win the league. You know what I mean? And I'm sick of being the little dog. I'm sick of being the little fucker getting kicked up the hole. And I'm sorry for putting this analogy here out, but that's the way it fucking is. And then for the fucking people to say to me, to you guys, and fucking everyone else, oh, bottom gunners, yeah, wait till we're cooking, we're this, we're that. Fuck off, you fucking prick, because I want to win the league, storming it. I want to fucking roil up the league, and everyone just in the United, Liverpool, Chelsea, City, everyone just going, do you know what? Arsenal are quality. They fucking deserve the league. They're fucking unreal. But no, we're going to open the back door and the hind legs. Can we come in, sir? Can we have our little fucking say? Fuck off. Like, seriously, I'm fucking pissed off with these fucking fans going, relax, mate. Relax. We only drew. We didn't lose. Because this is what's going to happen tomorrow if we draw with Bournemouth. Relax, we didn't lose. But guess what? Yeah. The last time we fucking drew cost us the fucking league. So I'm seeing it repeat, and fucking repeat. Because I've seen the fucking Invincibles in 2004. And I've seen every fucking season up until then. So I can see what's going fucking on. So these fucking wankers who come into my fucking Instagram, who come into my X, who comes into the fucking YouTube, whatever, relax, Dale. I won't fucking relax because my fucking head is up here. I'm done with it. Sorry, Warren.
No, I was just going to say that Del Boy, the way Del Boy is talking is the way most of my mates who are Celtic fans talk about Celtic. And other fans that I know who are fans of elite level clubs. It's not like people going, oh, relax, it's a draw. That's not the way that fans of elite level football clubs talk. Every game you have to win. Simple as that. You have to win. You must win. Otherwise, you're going to lose the league to your rivals.
Facts.
It's done. And this is the problem. We've got a group of fans who are more interested in the manager than they are the club. I'm convinced of it. That they would quite happily sit there and just watch the manager go up and down the touchline than they would see the Arsenal winning games of football.
Yeah. But sorry to cut across you, Warren. They have that on the Arsenal website every week after a match. They have bench cam where it's just the highlights of him running up and down the pitch.
They've been doing it for years, haven't they? And I just find that bizarre. I do. I find it bizarre, and it feeds into this nonsense about this manager, and it needs to stop. Do you know what I mean? That's why I want an absolute psychopath as a manager.
Yeah.
Like Simeone, because he would just not fucking tolerate it. Like, this club would get turned upside fucking down, and it'd be for the betterment of the club. If he came in as manager, he would rip this club out, inside out, backwards and forwards. And that's why I want him. Because this is what he needs. It needs to be put back to the way it was before. And all that business with David Dean, And it's not just him. Liam Brady as well, right? Where's David O'Leary? Why is he not involved in the club? Sorry, it's not acceptable. All these ex-legends, every other club has legends of the club working for it. Whether they're like out doing PR for the club and promoting the club overseas or whatever it is, they're all there. But where's ours? Do you know
All of our legends are bought and paid for.
Doing the job that this bloody Bertie Bassett's doing. Because I'm sorry, I think the guy's fucking shit. He's not holding the manager to account. He's not fucking bringing in proper players. So what the fuck is he doing? I'd sack him and give the job to David O'Leary, because I know fucking David O'Leary knows what this club's about, as does Niall Quinn. Get them two in and fucking sort this mess out, because it needs to be fucking sorted out, because it's a fucking shambles, and I am fucking fuming. Yes, I'm swearing. It's because I'm fucking angry and I care about the fucking future of this club, and I'm seriously concerned about it under this regime, because they're a fucking laughing stock. They are making a laughing stock of this football club. You go on social media, every second Instagram reel is some fucker from some other club laughing about Arsenal. And it fucking really annoys me. Yeah. Sorry, lads, I really went off on one there.
That's facts, Warren. Facts.
But that's the thing, though, Warren, is that, you know, and if you look at it at AFTV, say, right, they realised a while back that if they back the club and if they are a respectable channel, they'll get loads of hits from Arsenal fans, right? And there's a hell of a lot of them. But then they realised, well, if you take Arsenal out of it and you get the audience of every other club in the world, if we make Arsenal a laughing stock, we'll get a ton of clips. So we'll promote all the gimps out there, all the toys and stuff like that. And I know I don't mind Toy. I think he's harmless, but they use him as a pawn to make a fool of the club. They get all the ones that do the fan cams. They're always idiots who say things like, "Oh, the weather and the things." That's the clip that they promote, because that'll get clicks off every other fan who's laughing their arse off at it. Because all my mates who support Liverpool, United, and Villa and stuff like that, whenever there's some embarrassing video like that, I get bombarded with it. Like I said it.
Same.
And I'm like, well, I didn't say it, but you have to do that. That's the banter. So this is the problem.
Shane, Shane, I watched the DR Sports. This was a while ago. It was like a little clip, and it was Ty arguing. You know that Real Madrid fan they get on the show? I think his name's Raul.
Yeah.
And he was arguing with Ty, and Ty was trying to basically say that Arsenal are bigger than Real Madrid. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I was like, bro, we got 15 Champions Leagues, and then Ty, do you know what Ty's rebuttal was? He was like, yeah, but what did Real Madrid win in 1902? And I'm just like, bro, what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Like, I don't look at AFTV. I can't look at it or anything like that. Like, you know what I mean? Now, I remember going over, I'd say about 3 years ago or something like this, and I was hanging out. No, I wasn't even hanging out with any of them. Like, I was with Dan Potts, Lee Judges, Ola, who else was there? I can't fucking remember. Oh, yeah, Kenny. Well, no, I met Kenny after the game.
With Liam Brady. I saw that video.
That's right,
it popped up on my recommendations today, Del. I
hope you're watching your bollocks. But no, I was having a few points with them, and who was it? I think Julian. Then I met before the game or after the game, whatever. And like he was just there saying to me, like sort of saying it but not saying it, as in come on our side, sort of thing. Like you know, be in our little bubble here to have our opinion of Arteta sexuals and all this sort of stuff. And I was just there going, you're asking me to be a fucking traitor? Ask my bollocks, you fucking prick. Now, why has Julian not been on my channel since? If people know, I used to get Julian on straight after the game. Static, can you verify that? Yeah, Warren.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
And he used to get him in the stadium, and he'd come on after that. And here's breaking news. And then once he decided to, come on our side, and I can get you more introduced to Robbie and all this sort of stuff. I says, Ask my fucking bollocks, you fucking baldy nutted cunt, because I'll fucking knock you out when I see you, right? And and that's the way I fucking put it to him. I says, I'm not gonna. You're asking me to sell me soul, and you fucking should know me. Ask my bollocks. You know what I mean? So then I just goes, do you know what? I know where you and your little cunts come out at the fucking stadium, and that's when you see. Go back and look at my videos, and you see me there fucking putting up the fucking the suites that they're coming out of because Arsenal are paying for it. So it's called propaganda if people don't understand that. So Arsenal are there giving them free food, free drinks and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, go out to the Tony Adams statue and fucking interview staff or interview people and stuff like that. I'll ask you a question and put this, like, answer it yourselves in your own head. Would Arsenal say that to me? Me. Because the judgment that I put of Arsenal, the pedestal that I set Arsenal on, would they let me go out to the Tony Adams statue and fucking grill the whole fucking lot of them? They wouldn't have bollocks. They wouldn't put me up in their fucking suite and give me drinks and food and fucking sweets and chocolates and everything like that. And blankets if I'm cold. They wouldn't have fucking hole. You know what I mean? So this Robbie Lyle, right? Robbie, the big Don. Big Don. He's a big fucking bubble of fucking air. That's what he is. And him and his fucking minions are fucking. Him and his fucking minions that fucking support him. And a cunt who has a laundry fucking thing. Fucking thing. Look at them fucking hands. They're as tough as fuck. And this fucking laundry. I fucking love Arsenal. Do you? Yeah. Well, why are you fucking bending over, taking it up the hole by Robbie Lyle, you fucking baldy prick? And fucking snap that. And I'll be over at fucking Arsenal. I'll be over there. And me and you can have a fucking chat if you want. Absolutely no fucking problem. Bare knuckles. Let's fucking stand up and go for it. No problem at all. No, absolutely no problem. I'm fucking sick of it. I'm fucking sick to fucking death of these cunts dictating my fucking club with their propaganda bollocks because they're taking it up the arse from fucking Arsenal Football Club and the Cronkies and everyone involved in it. Well, guess what? I fucking love this club longer than any of them cunts have. And I'm fucking sick of it.
Well
Seriously,
said there, boy.
I'm fucking sick of it.
Well said there, boy. Well said. Shane, I was just going to say, Shane, I saw you're full Irish this morning. I saw the guy say, "Oh, I love Arteta. How dare you say that comment?"
Oh, this fucking yeah. I was one of the you disrespected me. I was one of the people outside the stadium after the Southampton game, making sure that Mikel was okay. Right. Well, that says a lot. That says more about you than me, mate. You know what I mean? These fucking guys, like, and it's the same with all of them. It's the same with all of them. This is the problem: is that once you go on Sky Sports or you become a main fixture on AFTV or any of these major channels, the second that one of them, someone comes to you in a suit or someone comes to you and says, listen, you can talk about this, and this, but you can't talk about that, you're finished. You are not a fan anymore. You're a content creator now. And I do this for a hobby because I enjoy it, because I like to talk to like-minded people. I'm not going. If people say, oh, you probably burnt your bridges, I never would have gone on it. Never would have gone on it because I'd be selling my soul. What's the point? I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if I went on there. There's nobody telling me what I can and can't say. Exactly. Right? Because everything I say, whether I'm right or wrong, it's from my heart and it's what I think is best for the club. Of course, I'm going to be wrong sometimes. That's the way it is because I'm human. But I'm not going to go back on my word. You know what I mean? I get told, oh, you never shut up about rotation and stuff. Yeah, well, look at now, mate. Look what's happening now. These are things that if you watch football and you know about football, a lot of these pricks, man, I swear to God, they don't watch football outside of Arsenal. They know nothing about it. And they say buzzwords and they say stupid little fucking, actions and duels and all of this stuff that Arteta says. And they act like they know what they're talking about. They're all spoofers, man. They're all spoofers. And I'm a journalist. No, you're not. Did you go to college? No, you didn't. You journalists don't start off in social media. They go the other way. They work their way up and then finish with a TV show or with social media. You're just getting this job because of what you do. I mean, Canton was interviewing Gyökeres today or yesterday or something like that. Wow. He's gone in on that guy every week. No. He's gone in on him every week saying he's not good enough. Jesus is the one. Havertz is the one. Will he say that while he's interviewing him? You bet he fucking won't. And that's the problem. If he had any bollocks, it gets what it will be. If he had any bollocks, he would go, listen, I haven't rated you, but he won't because he wants to keep his job. And if that's your job, more power to you. But don't then start trying to pretend that that's not what you are. If you own it, I have more respect for you. You know what I mean? I've said it before. Jerry Springer used to come out and go, "Oh, I'm a serious journalist." No, you're not. You're not a journalist. You're not. Most journalists are scum, but you're the higher levels of scum. And that's what these guys are. And if they just owned it a little bit, you go, fair enough. Admit that you're a shill. Admit that that's what you do. And I might have a slight bit of respect for you, but you don't. You always pretend like you've got the club's best interest at heart, and you haven't in any way, shape, or form. And I've said it about these guys before, and Warren touched on it, that they like the manager more. I promise you that if God or whoever they believed in came down to them and said, look, we'll go 5 years without winning anything, but Arteta will stay, or you'll win the league this season, but then he'll go, look, I've done what I can here and I'll move on. They go, give me the 5 years where he stays, because they want him to stay more than they want to win stuff. If that was the choice that they had, that's what they would pick. And the difference is that, and Views says it all the time, I openly admit I hate this guy, right? And I hate him personally. I hate everything he does to the club. I hate what he represents. I hate his football. I don't like him. I don't like the look of him. I don't like anything. But my hatred for him will never outdo my love of the club. So if we have to win with him in charge, that's fine by me. You know what I mean? I celebrate. I talk about the club, because when you listen to these other guys, they say, oh, when Arteta wins the league. What are you talking about? What do you mean when Arteta wins the league? When Arsenal win the league, you mean? You know what I mean? So that's the difference. And these guys, their job is to keep him in it. They want to keep him in a job because they've never had it so cushy. And all of these upper class idiots that used to get laughed out of boozers when they tried to talk about football, they've now got a voice because of this guy, because that's what they aimed for. When they put him in charge, the PR thing was, let's get all of these condescending idiots to be the most popular YouTubers and stuff like that, because that's the type of crowd we want. They show up, they keep their mouth shut, they buy a burger and a beer, they buy all the merch, and they piss off before the final whistle, and then they come back and they do the same again. Let's forget about the common man. Let's forget about the real fans, because they hold us to account, because they hand everything over to the club. So that's the problem with these guys. And once you've been on these channels, and look, if you've made an appearance on it, fine, but as long as you're in their pocket, you've gone from fan. That drops down to about third on the list. I'm sorry, it's not what you care about anymore. You care about your own career, and you care about licking the arse of the hierarchy, and that's a big problem with this club. We're the worst on the planet for it.
You're 100% right, Shane. You really
well
are.
said, Shane.
It's not just at Arsenal, sadly. It's all over football, and it's becoming an increasing problem.
Oh yeah, facts, Warren. Facts.
That's why I've been doing these shows about modern football and me absolutely laying into it, because I think it's shit. I absolutely do.
Yeah, it's the worst it's ever been.
See, the thing about it is, right? So there's two problems here, right? There's a problem that everyone looks over Shano's left shoulder and sees a JVC green and navy jersey. Don't tell the year. I know the year, Shano. I do know the year, just so you know, right? Just so you know. And there's the super gunners out there that's looking at this now and whatever. Like, in your head, right? What year was that jersey? Because you're the super Arsenal fan, and you wouldn't know anything else than what a super Arsenal fan would know. Because, like, I'm a down gunner, or whatever the fuck they call me.
Bottom gooners, I think.
Bottom gunner, yeah. That just shows you I don't listen to them. Because if I listen to them, they wouldn't get me on their channel, because they know I'd absolutely fucking annihilate them. Right? That's 1983 Arsenal jersey away kit. Right? Am I right, Chano?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Well done. Yeah.
Terrible year for Arsenal, by the way. Kenny Ken hates the jersey because we were so bad that year. He hates it because we were so bad that year.
Exactly, and I was just going to jump on that. It was probably one of the worst years Arsenal ever had, but I actually love that jersey, to be honest with you.
Well, no, sorry, we're all the worst years, not the years just before Arteta came in, because that's all I ever hear is that we were in the doldrums, winning FA Cups and playing good football. It was the worst ever it's ever been.
All I have to say is spam Kenny King and tell him Del Boy sent you. He'll know why. You know what I mean? But the other thing is this thing there. I don't know if it's a bald spot or a white greyness, but that'll be sorted next stream, because if there's something not right, we'll get it sorted in Del Boy's channel. All right, is everyone understandable with that? So fuck off slagging me as bastards. Dark side, you've gone to the dark side. You've gone quiet. I'm worried about you. I hope you're okay.
I actually had to mute my mic because one of the comments actually made me like turn inside.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to come to you. Why are you laughing? Which one was it?
Somebody was saying Robbie was a Luton fan, and then somebody's called him Blobby Lyle, and it just it hit the spot, man. It hit the spot. I just couldn't stop laughing, man. I couldn't stop laughing. But to answer your original question of like, am I kind of like afraid about the Bournemouth game? To be honest, I'm not. I don't fear Bournemouth, not because I believe in this manager or anything like this, but just because I said on my stream a couple of weeks ago that if we don't win that Carabao Cup final, the season is over. For me, mentally, even though I'll still crash out if we lose, mentally, the season is done for me. Because I said already, we're not winning the Champions League. This manager's a coward. His tactics are not good enough. And we lack individual brilliance for the semi-final and final to win the Champions League. And this Premier League we should have beat Sunderland away. We should have beat Chelsea away when they had 10 men. We should have beat Forest away, and we should have beat Liverpool away. If we win those games, we're talking about, even though this manager's a flipping fossil, we've got the league wrapped up, boys. That's what this is the conversation we should be having. We should be talking about, next season, summer transfer window, that kind of stuff. We should be on the beach right now. But now it's still squeaky bum time, despite being 6 points clear. Because I don't call it 9, because Man City will beat Crystal Palace. I don't care what anyone says. So 6 points clear. You know what I'm saying? And obviously we've got the Etihad next. And I'm telling you right now, it's gonna be Bonnie Blue settings, because our pants are gonna get pulled down. And we're gonna get shagged, mate. I'm telling you that for free. So then it'll go down to 3 points.
Bro.
And once it goes down to 3 points, then even the top gooners are going to have uncomfortable conversations about whether this manager can get it over the line. And all it takes is a weird result of Fulham, a weird result away at West Ham, a blunder at home to Burnley, and then we're talking about we're clear on goal difference. You know what I'm saying? And then after that,
the thing is, though, Dark Side, sorry to cut across you. If they beat us and win their game in hand, they'd probably be ahead of us on goal difference anyway.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go, mate. There you go. And
if they put 2 or 3 past us, it's a six goal difference switch.
Take care, Kwame.
And I just think in retrospect, like it's hard for me to just even be excited about anything for the rest of the season. Like for me, my season ended when I went to that watch party in Central London with 500 plus Arsenal fans to watch the final, and saw that. I don't even think I have an English word in my lexicon to describe how bad that performance was. It was the most limp, pathetic performance. I said at halftime to one German guy, I said, listen, if we don't take Hincapié off at halftime, it's done. And he's like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Hincapié should stay on. He's using Trossard as a decoy. And I looked at him, I was like, bro, what the fuck?
Decoy.
That would make sense if we had got
That's
out
a
of
new
our
one, Dark Side.
You know what I'm saying? I said, bro, you need to give your head a fucking wobble, because I don't know what the fuck. And then look, lo and behold, the same guy 20 minutes later when we go 2-0 down was coming to me saying, oh, you were right. Literally 2 minutes after the second goal went in, I just went and sat in my car live streaming, because I was just like, listen, the season's done, people. The season's done. I said it a million times. We are not winning this fucking title, and we are not winning this Champions League. I said the other day, sack this manager and get Renee Slegers in charge to win us the Premier League. I'm not even joking when I say that either. I'm not even joking when I say that, because this manager has proven time and time again he's a coward. He's tactically inept. He I don't know if any of you guys played Pro Evolution when you were younger, but a lot of these players are on Purple Arrow, mate. A lot of these players are on Purple Arrow. A couple of games away from Red Cross, but the bare of these players are on Purple Arrow, man. I'm telling you, Rice, Zubimendi, Saka, Purple Arrow, man. It's like you see all these things, and it's like, how am I supposed to get excited? How am I supposed to, as the top good to say, just back the manager, back the team? How can I do that when I know I've seen this movie a million times, bro? I've seen Wolf of Wall Street 7 times. I know exactly how it ends, bro. It's going to end with we're going to start capitulating, we're going to bowl, and then I'm going to be sitting in my fucking car with tears in my eyes, thinking, why is this manager in charge still?
Yep.
And it's like we get to the end of the season, the same old excuses. Oh, but we had injuries. Oh, but this. Oh, but that. Why is Ranieri on loan? Why is Lewis Skelly not playing in midfield? Why is Max Dalman not being integrated properly? Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not being funny. If I was the manager, Ranieri would have started the final. Saka would have, like I said on your show, Shane, Star Boy, more like Stardust would have held bench, mate. Stardust would have held fucking bench. Yeah. You know, and it's just like I can see these things. I don't get paid 15.6 million a year, speak multiple languages to see these basic fucking things. You know what I'm saying? It's like I don't even know what to say anymore. Like being, like I said at the beginning of the show, I've been a fan of this club for 2 decades. Like, through thick and thin. But I'm just getting so tired of it now. Maybe it's because I started to become a content creator, but I'm actually I'm mentally checking out. Like if we don't win anything and this Arteta's still here, I don't even want to do YouTube next season, man. Like I don't even want to. It's just it's depressing. It's depressing.
I don't blame you, Dark Side.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
For me, that's the way I was. Like, I was just sick of it. And I'm just like going, all I'm just doing on my YouTube channel is repeating. I might as well just record myself and just keep talking shite, because that's all I was doing. And I was just there going, I'm actually not saying anything now at this stage. People just think I'm recording myself. You know what I mean? Like, for me, like, I want to get your opinion on Man City are playing Chelsea away on Sunday. Okay, we're playing on the 12 o'clock game on tomorrow. Like, but for me, like what you were saying, Dark Side, is like, and I said it there earlier on, it's like Liverpool last season, they just dominated everything. They went on, they won the league. Man City the previous season went on, they dominated. Oh, but Dell, we challenged. We didn't challenge. They destroyed us. Let's be honest.
Last season we weren't first once.
Yeah,
we weren't first once.
That's what I'm saying.
So we didn't
the year previous, we all knew we weren't going to win it. Let's be honest about it. Like, because we shit ourselves how many times West Ham drew with us, fucking was a Fulham, drew with us. You know what I mean? Oh, but we didn't lose, Dell. We didn't lose. Why are you so negative? Them draws cost us the fucking league, you stupid bastard. Because if you draw a game, you lose 2 points. And I'm no mathematician, but I'd rather win the fucking thing than draw. Oh, but we didn't lose. Fuck off. Why can't we go on this season, destroy Bournemouth and destroy every fucking team we go on till then? Oh, no, wait, we have to play a team called Man City. Oh, but sure. No, it's a free pass because where are we playing them? The Etihad or wherever the fuck it is. It's a free pass. It's Man City. It's okay. If we draw, oh, that's great. Why not go and win the game?
Yeah.
Why not go and fucking just go, do you know what? We'll win the fucking game. Oh, but Dale, we have injuries. Dale, no. We've injuries. There's always something. I'm sick to fuck of it. Like, I'm sick to fuck of hearing this ball. There's always something. There was nothing wrong with Liverpool. Oh, but sure, they didn't get injuries, Dale, and that's why they went on and won the league. They won the league. What do you want me to do about that? They go on and fucking win every fucking game. They had a captain who fucking drove everyone fucking on. Oh, but Dell, they're not doing well this season. Well, guess what? His captain is just, he's getting older now, and he's probably there thinking, I'm going to go over to fucking Saudi Arabia and get $1 million a week. That's what I'm going to do. That's grand. He won the league. Fair fuck to him. He won leagues in with Celtic. He won fucking FA Cups, Champions League. He's done it all. You know what I mean? Where's my captain? Please put his trophies in front of me there. Virgil van Dijk. Put his trophies, line them up there, please.
Exactly.
So what's my captain doing? Where's the hunger there, please? Please tell me.
Your captain's trophies are the Tiger Cup and the Emirates Cup, mate. That's your captain's trophies, mate.
There he is there. Pass to Declan Rice. Declan, pass it back to me. Pass to you. Pass it. Under nines. And I'm a youth coach. I see it all the time. They wouldn't do that.
No, you bollocked them.
They would not do that. Because if I pass it back and next thing you're just the midfield or the defenders or whatever, strikers, whatever, are closing into me. What the fuck are you doing passing the ball back to me? 8, 9 years of age kids would say that to you. No, my captain's just getting his statistics up. Oh, he's getting them up. Pass, complete pass, complete pass, complete. That's what he's doing.
So he gets cameras prepared, there, boy.
Yeah. This is it. But next thing we'll Sky Sports and fucking every prick out there will look at, and the fucking best Arsenal sport. Oh, but my captain, look at his pass rates, his complete rates, his tackle rates, his fucking thing, his rate. Fuck off. Seriously. When will these people wake the fuck up, get the piece of paper, fuck it off, and look at football, and then judge people? But you can't judge because you weren't a professional player. Doesn't matter. Doesn't mean a thing.
Never played football.
If you're watching football for the last 15 years, I'd say something in your brain will click and just go, I think he's doing something wrong there. I've been watching this game before. I don't think if he passes that back to Declan Rice, he's going to put his defence on pressure because the attacking players are going to close him down. I think that's what's going to happen. So the fella who's sitting on his couch and he's eating Easter eggs and he's fucking eating shite and he's drinking beers and everything like that, I think that man or woman will know his captain is putting pressure on the fucking defence. You don't need to be a rocket science, people. So don't come to me and fucking say you know nothing about football. I've been watching it since 1989. I think I know a small bit. I'm not saying I know everything, but I think I know a small bit. So my captain that's there, I'm holding him judge and fucking jury on the pitch. Because if you look back to the start of my stream, I done a fucking thing on him and I'm calling him out because he is every Arsenal supporter. That's him on the field. It's you, Static. It's you, Darkside. It's you, Shane, and it's you, Warren. He should be representing every single one of us and every single person in this chat. He should be doing that. And he's not. He has a chip in his shoulder with Declan Rice, or Declan Rice has a chip in his shoulder with him. But guess what? Bury the hatchet, people, because you're fucking around with my club. I want to win. I want to win that fucking league. And if I don't win that league, I'm holding people fucking responsible. I'm fucking telling you now. That's the way I look at it. And I'm fucking deadly serious.
Can I ask the panel a quick question, yeah? So
sorry, Darkside, before you do, mate, I have to leg it. The missus is hounding me. She said, I'll give you an hour. I do have to leg it.
Shout out your channel, mate, before you go, and please drop the link into the chat there for people to subscribe.
Yeah, man. No, absolute legend. Thanks for having me on. It's been far too long. Static, Darkside, Warren, of course, absolute legend. And the chat. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow morning for the full Irish, and then I'll be redirecting over the views. We're going to do a watch along. I rarely do them, but the missus is out. I always watch it with her. She's out tomorrow, so I said, look, I'll jump on with views and do a watch along. I'm not looking forward to it, but I don't look forward to any fucking Arsenal games this season because they're so hard to watch. And it's painful. But hopefully we can get over the line. Well, listen, thanks so much for having me on. It's been an absolute pleasure. Big up to everybody, and I'll talk to you again. Hopefully, we can do something tomorrow.
Shane, before you go, score. Yeah, give me the score. Give me a score, please.
I'm with Jez, where my heart's pushing for a 2-1, but I have a bad feeling. But I had a bad feeling before the Sporting game, so you know what I mean. I don't know, but I do think we'll just scrape it. If we don't, and City win, you can start wrapping it up for me. I think it's over, but. We'll see how it goes. I have a bad feeling, but my heart says 2-1, but I have a bad feeling we could draw it.
Lovely stuff, Shane. And come here, look, we'll be in touch, seriously. We'll do something soon.
Man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's got to happen.
Cheers, boys. Talk to you later. Have a good one.
Take care, Shane.
All the best. Thanks. Fucking legend. And I'm looking forward to it.
Del Boy. Sorry, I'd say. It's about time you two did a show together.
Yeah, like you know what I mean. We've I think we've collabed once or twice, like you know, but we've actually never sort of like you know, like I could have been on someone else's channel, like Jez or whatever's channel and stuff like that, and like you know, we never had a good old conversation. But it'd be interesting to have, and I'm not just saying we're Irish and stuff like this, but me, Kyle, and him, like you know, an Irish perspective. What the fuck am I saying?
Perspective.
Yeah.
We got there in the end.
Got there in the end. But yeah, no, be good crack, like you know what I mean. So you know, passionate fans, like you know what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
Not just saying we're passionate fans, like everyone is passionate fans, like Jesus Christ. But I want to go through a few of the people in the chat. Rootless Gunner, when it's too little, it's too late. Mr. B is there, Acers is there. Top Gunners are fully convinced that Arsenal will be champions in the final. I'm not fucking sure, to be honest with you. Like, you know, I'm just nervous. And that's probably me being in, like, you know, every game is a final. Like, you know, Borling AFC, it's not letting me tag in responses, Darkside. You know, I won't live that way until the numbers are reversed. I believe we will win the league.
Listen, Boring's a good friend of mine, yeah, and we go back and forth about this. But Boring, let me just say this, bro. I get you're being positive because we're 9 points clear, but come on, look at the football, look at this manager, look at the performances. I predict a 2-2. I think we're slipping up tomorrow. And once we slip up tomorrow, the dominoes will fall down. Obviously, as an Arsenal fan, I want to win. I want to win despite the manager. In spite of the manager, I would really want to win the Premier League, but I just can't see it, bro. There's nothing, like, if you just said, despite all these negative things, there's this thing that makes me believe we win the league. Like, if we said all the things we said on this panel, but we've got Alexis Sanchez, I would hold on to Alexis Sanchez and be like, he's the reason why we're going to win the league. But we ain't got no Alexis Sanchez, so I can't. There's nothing I can hold on to. So,
yeah, big up, Gooner SC. I believe you're an Irish fan. Are you from Tala? Where are you from? Because I've been looking at your comments. DM me. I'm on Instagram and I'm X. It's just Elboy Gunner. I've anything to add to that. If you want to come on, absolutely no bother. Tomorrow. I'm going to do a live call-in show. So if any on the panel here wants to come on, I'll drop it in the link or DM me and stuff like that. And if anyone in the comments here, absolutely, better subscribe, bastards. Or in the chat. No, hit the subscribe button, please. It helps grow the channel. And hit the old like. It'd be really appreciated. Dale, you and Kyle go in the dressing room and sort them out. I'd say that'd be pretty interesting if you could see me in the fucking dressing room with them. Pats and Rovers. Yeah. Perspective. There you are, Rootless. Big up, mate.
Thank you, Carl.
Beat me in the rootlessness. Oh, dark side. Here. If he wants to come on, he can come on real quick. No bother. I can definitely. Dark side, I'll let you make the call, mate. Send him the link if you want to send it to him. So it's up to him if he wants to come on and have a quick chat. Absolutely no problem. Once he's respectful and not calling shite or whatever. And
Boren's a good guy. Trust me.
Yeah, Brinkley 74. Big up, mate. I love your comments coming in. We don't have a strong mentality to win the Champions League. But why don't we? This is exactly your comment. I know you're not saying obviously you're not saying it, but why don't we have it? Why do Man City go and win they win the double and the fucking Carabao Cup and stuff like that? You knew that, I suppose, yeah. They just went on and done it. Before the season ended, I knew we're going to win it. I actually thought they were going to win the quadruple. You know what I mean? But you knew they were going to win the FA Cup, the league, and the Champions League. You knew they were going to do that. Why are we struggling? And I'm not saying struggling as in, the league. No, well, I actually am saying struggling. We're it's like we're crawling. Man City are coming. Just so you know that. Man City are coming. You know what I mean? What may happen, and I'll give my score prediction when I come to the end. But I believe I can see what can happen. I can see Arsenal drawn tomorrow, and I can see Man City drawn. And then the Arsenal fucking do-gooders and all this sort of going, oh, well, sure, they didn't catch us and they didn't do it. No, but it's our chance to go 2 points ahead of them. Do you know what I'm saying again? Because when they beat us, then it's going to be fucking squeaky bum time. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does anyone have anything to add on to that, before I go on, or?
I was going to say, it's absolute facts. Go on.
You have a manager who thinks the way to get a team performing is going to the dressing room and scream and shout at them, right? He doesn't make any effort. I've seen all these clips of him in that Amazon fucking debacle, right? Of him screaming his fucking head off when things aren't going well. That is the fucking last time you should be doing that, right? Standing over people, screaming in their faces. What's wrong with you? Didn't you want Champions League?
You want the Champions League?
Right, fucking, you take the fella to one side the next day and you sit him down in the room and say, what's going on? Why? What's going on in your life? Why are you performing like this? Try and get it out of them and make those players, when they're in that dressing room, feel like they're fucking 10 feet tall and nothing can touch them. So that when they go out on that field, nothing is going to get anywhere near them. That they think that they're best players in the world, the best players that have ever fucking played the game. So they go out there and they fucking destroy the opposition. That manager, that thought never ever enters his head because it's all about him. And that's why I want him out. And that's what I said to you the other day, Del Boy, that whatever it fucking takes to get this clown and all the other clowns in this club, because there's a fucking lot of them, out, then I'm on board with it. I don't care what it is, but we need to get the fucking cancer that is in this club out. Because until it goes, we are not winning fucking nothing. They will never, ever win a trophy under this manager because he hasn't got what it takes to deliver the trophies. Simple as. He never has and he never will.
Not able to.
If you like what Warren's saying, Warren has his own fucking channel as well, and it's Warren's Team Talks. Please do subscribe to him. Just like Dark Side Gunner as well, absolute fucking cooking it, and Static as well on fucking Instagram. Absolutely, like Static is just spitting facts. I just love looking at your Instagram reels, and it's just like Static, were you in my brain again? I'm just like,
I appreciate it, Dev. I really do.
Yeah, no, really, yeah.
Yeah, it's actually stories, by the way. So like, they're
Yeah.
up there for like 24 hours only. But I appreciate that love, man. You know.
Yeah.
So, I just speak the truth and facts. That's it. It's just like everybody else. I don't sugarcoat it. I don't hold back. Darkside knows this. Warren knows this. You know this. I just speak from the heart. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, 100%. Like, you know what I mean? But it's you know, I'm always told, even by like Liverpool fans, Arsenal, or Man United, fucking Chelsea, Man City, all these fans, and they're just there going, well, he's on top of the league and stuff. This, and I'm just like going, but we don't look like we're going to win the next game. Whereas Liverpool last season, you just knew they were playing Bournemouth, they're going to wipe them. Oh, but Bournemouth are at home. No, Liverpool have killed them. Like, you know, and Liverpool will go on and win 3-1 or something like that. We're not doing that. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you have to drill it into the players' minds as in going, we're on top of the league. We are the, like, you know, the top. We are the top. So they're shitting playing us. Even if we were playing Bournemouth away now tomorrow, even though we're playing them in the Emirates. But the mentality, you have to have the mentality to just go, we are the Arsenal. We're top of the league. We go and wipe these away. What was Reece Nelson's? Remember the last minute winner? That was at the Emirates. Am I right?
97th minute, yeah.
You know what I mean? And we're celebrating like we won the league.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why is that? That's at the Emirates. Just go and fucking batter them. And no offense to Bournemouth. I'm not like, well, I'm right. I rate.
I like Bournemouth. So yeah.
I actually love them. Like, I love their team. I just think they're like 11,000 stadium, and they're in the Premier League. Fair fucking play to them, and they're fucking battering teams left, right, and centre. And you know what I mean? That's not easy. But we're Arsenal. We're on top of the league. Act like it. No, we're going to win the league. We're going to destroy every fucking team left, right, and centre. But no, we're in a dogfight tomorrow. I guarantee you that. Because I guarantee you, if they scored their first goal, the stadium's going to fucking erupt in a bad way. It's going to get nasty, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the fear that I have. That is the biggest fear that I have. I hope Arsenal go on and score the first goal, score the second goal, and score the third goal, because at 2-0, I still don't think we're home and dry. Personally, myself. How important is the first goal tomorrow, Darkside?
The first goal
Before you
tomorrow,
say that, sorry, Darkside. Sorry, bro. Sorry. I just want to say quickly to Del Boy. You know, the last time, boys, we won by like a big scoreline was 4-0 away against Leeds.
Yeah.
That was ages ago.
Ages ago. I don't even remember. You know what? I barely remember that game.
Yeah, same, Darkside.
You know?
Anyway, go on, Darkside. Sorry to interrupt you.
I was going to say, if Bournemouth scored the first goal tomorrow, we are not getting 3 points. Even if Arsenal score the first goal tomorrow, I'm still not confident we get 3 points. Because you know what happens? We get the first goal, and then we do this stupid Arteta turtle thing where we go into our shell sit back, invite pressure, then we concede. Like I've seen this so many times, and I'm just so bored of seeing these performances. Like, I just want to go start. For me, even if we don't win the league, I want to switch to the 22-23 style where we just take every team to the fucking sword, man. Just take every team to the fucking sword. And whatever happens, happens. I can respect. If Arteta did that, I'd respect that. I could respect that. But this, if we can't win, don't lose mentality. Like, it's boring. It's boring, man. It's so boring.
Bro, we've been doing this for the past 2 seasons. It's just, when is it going to end? Yeah. Seriously.
When is it going to end, Robbie? When is it going to end?
that big walking Malteser.
The thing is, he spent over £1 billion in the transfer market. We shouldn't be having to put up with this. We should be going out, beating teams 4s, 5s, and 6s.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? This is ridiculous. He's playing like a League One side would be playing against Premier League champions in an FA Cup third round tie at the Premier League side's ground. No, this is not acceptable. £1 billion spent. And that's the best you can do. No, it's not good enough, mate. Not good enough. Not
also,
by a long shot.
Also, we're trying to win the league. Goals do matter. The goal difference, as you said, Del Boy, the previous show, even I think earlier today as well, for the show, goal difference matters massively. So, because I only look at what happened between Man City and Man United. That was only decided by goal difference. It can happen. I've been telling this to Arsenal fans all season that, we've got to keep boosting the goal difference, because I'm not saying what happened this season, but you just don't know. You never know.
I've got a bounce here, but thanks, Del, for having me on. Obviously, he's not here, but just let him know. I've got
just
a bounce.
tell us your socials, Del Boy.
Go ahead.
I've got a bounce. Yeah, I've got.
Appreciate that. And thanks for coming on. And if you want me to collab and go on your channel, absolutely no problem at all, mate.
Anytime, I'll hit you on at the end anyway.
Yeah.
Dockside, shout out your socials.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, he's gone. I'll put this link in the live chat. It's fine. I think I already did.
I'm going to have to go in a minute, mate.
Big love and respect to you, Dockside.
Absolutely, no problem. Before you go, I just want 2 predictions off you and everyone else in the chat. First of all, Static, I'll go to you. Just with the Arsenal prediction, Bournemouth, and then after that, the Chelsea-Man City game. Chelsea are at home, as far as I know. I think they are. Nearly positive they are.
Oh, man. I hate this. I hate doing predictions, but
I know.
It's as what Shane said and Jez and everyone else, including you boys. It's really hard to. It's really tough to call, because Arsenal. We just don't know. You just don't know what you're going to get from Arsenal, and the way we've been playing lately. So, yeah, and this is obviously a big game, massive pressure. I think it's going to be one of the smelliest, dirtiest, stinkiest 1-0 or a 1-goal win for us tomorrow. But if we don't show up, we're probably going to draw the game.
Wow.
And Chelsea against Man City, which will be on Sunday. I think, I don't know, for some weird reason, I think that might be a draw. I don't know why. I just think that might be a draw. But it wouldn't surprise me if Man City win, of course.
Yeah. No, come here. It's your opinion. Warren, what's your opinion? Arsenal first and then Man City?
1-0 Arsenal, Bournemouth. And then City to win 3-1 at Chelsea.
That's a fucking statement. Do you want to back that up, or are you just fucking gone in raw?
I just don't think. I think Arsenal are going through the annual bottle stage. I just don't see them performing well. I just think it started right, losing that cup game at Southampton, losing the League Cup final. The performances have been really poor, and I think if Bournemouth are on their mettle, they could even win the game. But I just think the crowd's going to be really nervy. If we go 1-0 down, I think it's going to be a really difficult afternoon. Man City, I just think they're on a massive roller coaster. They like do what they always do. Come the end of the season, they just start steamrolling teams because they're winners. They've got a winning mentality, and we had the opportunity to do what George Graham did in '87 when he won the League Cup. By winning that League Cup, the team got a winning mentality within it, and that's what enabled them to go on and win all those trophies they did under George. But yet, this manager and the club in general don't see the worth of a League Cup win. All these big managers that have come into the Premier League, the first trophy they try and win is the League Cup so that they can get a winning mentality into their team. And with that, then it gets the team wanting to win more and go out and get the trophies. Every single manager that's come in has done that, right? So we had the opportunity to do it, but because Arsenal don't value these trophies, it hasn't happened. So there is no winning mentality, which isn't a surprise when the owner, when he bought the club, turned around and said, I didn't buy this club to win trophies. Well, my friend, let me ask you this question. What the fuck did you buy it for then, if you didn't buy to win trophies? Because the idea of a football club is to win trophies. He bought this football club to make money and get a foothold in London, one of the biggest cities in the world, right? So that he could get a retail outlet, because that's what he's turned this club into, a retail outlet and a PR agency. It's a shambles, Del, and I'm going to stop there because I can feel myself going into a massive rant about this owner, because they are a massive problem, because they're not holding this guy to fucking account. And no one has been able to tell me who he's holding this manager to account, because someone needs to. Why isn't he being held to account? It's like he's the owner of this club now. Do you know what I mean? Like, where's the accountability? Who is holding him to account so that if he fucks up tomorrow, I would expect him to be called in to Kroenke's office on the Monday and asked to explain what happened, what went wrong. But it won't happen. They won't even give him a phone call. It's just acceptable.
Yeah, it's so frustrating because like, and I don't want to go in on the younger generation because, like, you know, it's not fair. It really isn't fair. Like, I think the first thing I put on Instagram, I'd say in about a year, 2 years, was Dennis Bergkamp's goal against Argentina in the World Cup, where the ball came in over the top and he just took it onto his foot.
What a goal!
What a goal! Like, that's what Dennis Bergkamp was. That's what I grew up with. That's that. Like, you grew up with that as well. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Looking at Dennis Bergkamp
Towards the end of Bergkamp's career, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You're just there going, wow. Like, that's like I remember looking at that goal, just going, that's our Dennis. That's our Dennis. That's our Dennis. You know, he's coming back to Arsenal, and now I'm having Odegaard.
But people say he's better than Bergkamp. I mean, fuck.
He's like a fucking politician. He's like a politician in a tight suit. Like, fuck off, you prick. Like,
and he plays back. And he plays back for Norway. Did you know?
Yeah, exactly. Because,
what a surprise!
Can you imagine Roy Keane in a fucking dressing room with him, Del Boy?
Oh.
Roy would fucking kill him.
Yeah,
like,
he would.
Here's the question to people. What would Roy Keane be like with Dennis Bergkamp? He'd have nothing but respect for him.
Yeah.
100%. Because he knows the type of player Dennis Bergkamp is. He just can't. Guy's a genius. If he comes in with fucking, I don't know, a unicorn fucking sellotape to the top of his head, he'd just go, well, doesn't matter. It's Dennis Bergkamp. One of the best players in the world.
I was going to say to you boys, I actually saw a very old interview where Roy Keane, actually Clinton Morrison, as you guys might know, he used to play for Ireland. He actually mentioned Roy Keane that when they first met, he actually was he was absolutely shitting himself. He didn't know what to expect from Roy Keane. But when they did their first training session together, they went from being like they didn't know what to expect from each other to now just being best friends, and they actually and they were good teammates, and they had huge respect for each other. Even when Roy Keane made a pass to him and Morrison couldn't get the ball, I think Roy Keane went up to him and just as he actually apologized. He's like, I should have passed it better to you. So see that respect, I was like, oh.
Yeah. But see that's the way Keane is. Like it's not about like let's say your talent, like your talent or whatever. He just wanted 100%. That's all he wanted. And that's what
that's why you like Clint. That's why you like Morrison.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's why like Clinton Morrison wasn't going to score 45 goals in the season in the Premier League.
No,
he wasn't going to do that. But what Clinton Morrison would do is he'd try. And that's all that you cannot like and when I give out when I slate players, I'm not slating them to give them grief. I'm slating them because you're not trying. And when I said about Odegaard there, and he passed it back to Rice, and he passed it back to Rice, and he passed. That's being a prick. That's why I'm going in on you. That's me going in on it. So any top gooners that not like you're going at our captain. No, I'm going at your captain because he's being a prick. He's not trying, and I'm exactly like Roy Keane. Clinton Morrison had a level. He wasn't going to go and be Dennis Bergkamp, a Thierry Henry, a fucking Robbie Keane, if you want to talk about Irish football. He wasn't going to be that. But he'll fucking try and he'll run down channels and he'll run, he'll tackle, he'll press, he'll do whatever. That's all you can ask of a player, in my opinion.
Del Boy.
The same as that Del Boy.
Sorry?
Liam Brady was like
100%
effort every single game. And you could see it in him. And the passion as well. He demanded off his teammates.
Like, that's all you want.
And he'd have it within him. And that was how he was able to run games on his own. And because I've seen him doing it with my own eyes. Do you know what I mean? He was an incredible player. It really was. I just feel honoured and blessed that I was able to see him play in the flesh. It was just a genuine privilege to be able to watch that man play football.
Yeah. But anyway, Static, please give a shout out to your channel, your Instagram.
Yeah, sure. I was just going to say before, I just want to quickly go back to what I said about Clinton Morrison. Danny Welbeck reminds me a little bit. He's very similar to him in a way. So obviously, he always gives 100%. Obviously, and he's 35 and still scoring goals. And well done to him at Brighton. 12 league goals this season. First time in his career as well. Fantastic. You can find me on Instagram, static__5. You can also find me anywhere and everywhere within the Arsenal football YouTube community, as well as many other football community channels. You can also find me here on Del Boy Gunner TV. Once again, Del Boy, it's an absolute honor and a privilege to do shows with you, man, because like I said, you are the man. You are a legend. And thank you so much for letting me come on again, just like I did a couple of days ago. Again, once again, it's an honor and a privilege. And yeah, that's it. And live chat, big love and respect to each and every one of you. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe. It does help this channel grow. And that's it for me.
No, appreciate that, mate. Thanks a million. And look, you're welcome on here anytime, any day of the week.
Thank you.
And anytime I have something live coming up, I'll give you a shout, absolutely. And if you're available, happy days. And for the people that are in the chat, please do hit the old sub button and hit an old like if you don't mind. Really does help the channel and sort of drives you mentally on as well. Like, just sort of going like, yeah, people actually think I'm talking good or talking shite, whatever. Like, if you're there and you want to hear this, keep it fucking subbing. Warren, please do give a shout out to your channel and anything you have coming up.
Yeah, so you can find me on Warren's Team Talk on YouTube. and also on Instagram, X, and a couple of other places I can't remember at the minute. So yeah, Blue Sky's one of them. That's all right, and Threads. So yeah, you can find me in all those places. Mostly use those platforms to promote what I'm doing on YouTube, if I'm being honest. I'm working on something for this modern football series about the cost of football nowadays, because I just think that's a rip-off, absolute rip-off. You know, £85 for a shirt, for a replica shirt, 120 if you want the authentic one. It's just not acceptable. You know, and that's before you even talk about match day tickets and food and all that carry on. So there you go. Yeah, that's me. And I've got it coming. I don't know when it's going to be ready because I'm still preparing it. So, Del Boy, thank you so much for letting me come on and have my say. And I'm sorry I lost it a bit a couple of times. But
yeah. It should be this channel should be called Lost. Remember that fucking program there? Years ago? You know what I mean? Lost the plot. That's what we all are here.
We were lost at sea for a while, Del Boy. We did worry about size.
Yeah.
Will we come back?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But look, I'm back and I'm fucking bigger than ever, and I'm gonna fucking call cunts out because I suppose at the time sometimes I was a bit. Oh, should I say that about him? I don't give a fuck. Like, you know, I call cunts out. And if they want to meet up with me, I have no problem with meeting people. And I'm not saying I'm going to have fights or anything like that. But if they want to have a fight, no problem. Like, you know what I mean? It's absolutely no problem. I'll still be going to Arsenal games. I'll still be running and still doing what I fucking do to Arsenal games. Doesn't bother me. If you want to have a cheeky dig at me, you'd want to make it a good one. Because if I catch up with you, I'll boot the fucking head clean off you. That's the way I rock and roll. So
I know that's the fact.
Typical Del Boy.
What happened at the Ireland game?
See what's there? I wasn't born with that. That's true fighting. That's how I got broken noses and everything like that, and I've broken fists and everything like that. That's from fighting. Yeah, you can see them. So if you want to do that,
barbed wire boxing gloves.
Yeah, like, you know, if they're there handy, I'll use them to protect the other person. But if they're not there, let's rock on. Like, you know what I mean? So the gloves are off from the way that I look at things. So I've no fucking I've no temperament for these fucking wank bags. All I want is the best for Arsenal, and that's the way I look at it. Thanks to everyone for fucking tuning in. Thanks to everyone for dropping comments and liking and subscribing. I really do appreciate it. As I said, we'll do a live stream tomorrow, and I'm just going to throw the link into the description, and whoever wants to jump on. And as I say all the time, I just want to respect. Don't be racist or fucking slagging other people on the fucking stream or anyone in the chat or anything like that, because I won't have that. I'll just kick you the fuck out. You know what I mean? I'd rather do that than have you as a sub. But anyway, that's where I rock and roll. If you want to come on, please do. Absolutely love to hear other people's opinions. Static, Warren, Shane-O, Jez, Kyle, and Dark Gunner. Thanks a million. Dark Side. Yeah, sorry, Dark Side. Apologies.
It's like Star Wars, welcome to the dark side.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, welcome to the dark side. But like, thanks for coming on the show. You guys made it, and especially you guys in the chat for putting them in the comments. I read every comment that's there, by the way. When people are talking, I'm looking at comments and I'm reading them and I'm putting them up on the screen. If I don't react, it doesn't mean I don't read them. I actually do read them. But anyway, thanks a million, everyone, once again. So please do keep an eye out. I'm going to drop the link probably tomorrow morning or something like that. And if you want to come on, have your say, please, you're more than welcome. Static, Warren, yous are here. Thanks a million, everyone.
Intro.
Oh, yeah, do you know what? Will we do the intro? Because I suppose it hasn't been. It has been a while.
Too long, big love.
Yeah, it's been a while. So we'll throw it up there, and we'll give it an old go. And take care. And God bless you all.
See you, everyone.